that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with every breath, see my message start to spread. And I had so many dreams, then you hit your teens. Life ain't really what it seems, try to find out what it means. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, I'm lonely, but damn, I'm going to win. I don't want no fake love, I want the real stuff. Everybody listen up, cause I'll only say it once. I'm gonna show you all the path, if you want it bad. I'm gonna show you where it's at, yeah, how you can get it back. Yeah, cause I ain't never done, I'll be number one. Working hella hard until I get just what I want, yeah. Rises like the sun, yeah, fatal like a gun. Shooters gonna shoot and I'm gonna shoot until I won, yeah. Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Yeah, I put out all this art, it's my only medicine. Yeah, everything I do, I'm just being genuine. Yeah, I'm sick of being screwed, feel my own adrenaline. Yeah, I do just what I do, and I hope you let me in, yeah. I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me, I have only a path, only, but damn, I'm going to win, yeah.
Alrighty. Hope everyone's having a good Tuesday evening. We're playing some Pathfinder Kingmaker today, following the story of Trish Beastcaller. Making sure everything's up. Alright, so let's take a look and see what we left off with. So we've got 33 days before, let's see, more than 3 months to conquer the stolen lands. Sounds like more than enough, but we should still be mindful of the passing time. Stagler's defeated, his iron hand rules the stolen lands no longer. Quickly, let's go to the trading post and share the good news with Oleg. So we haven't talked with Oleg yet, so we need to discuss with him about us killing the Stag Lord, because that is what we did last time. And then we still are waiting for Amiri to tell us what large creature she wants to hunt down with us next. We're just going to kind of go through and do a quick little scan of the area, because we should have, that's the Stag Lord's fort. We should have gotten everything explored. I want to make sure that we do that before we progress. So leaving things off, we had recently hit level 5. We're getting relatively close to hitting level 6. Hopefully, we can recruit our other 2 companions with us. We've got Tristan, who's only a couple levels away from being able to join the Mystithurge class, which will give him access to a lot of different spells. There's a lot of things that we have to sift through and go through. We're going to do that. So the things we did last time... Oh, I do need to change that, thank you. I forgot that they did the Baroness yesterday. Okay. That should be updated now. Alright, we should be updated. We should be showing us Pathfinder now. It might take a second for it to save and update, but... So we killed the Stag Lord in his fort. It did take us 2 tries because we did end up running into a bug where one of our companions was affected by a hold person, but he also went down like unconscious. So he was kind of stuck in this weird in-between glitch where we couldn't do anything with him, but it didn't pass his turn. So we had to reload and redo the whole fight. It didn't take us too long to finish that up. We had already taken care of the Ratnook Hill last time before fighting the Stag Lord. And then we went to Nettles Crossing, which is where we got, it was a trident, I think. Might have been this short spear. Yeah, I think it might have been the short spear, actually. We got a +1 weapon from him for telling him that we killed the Stag Lord. And then we finished our trek up to Oleg's. I said, we actually ended the stream at Nettles Crossing, but I said that you'd redo it because you died. It's really not that, like, easy of a fight. And it's because the fort's so big, and if they sound the alarms, they just get a bunch of people coming. We ended the stream at Nettles. I told us that I'd just get us to Oleg's, and then we'd pick up there. That's where we're at.
The way seems clear.
We got several people to talk to. Let's see if Jethal and anyone is willing to join us yet. No, not currently. It'll probably happen near the end of the chapter itself. Let's sell stuff to Boken before we talk to Oleg. Show me what you have. We're just kind of bumming off all of our gear to Boken. There we go. I really don't think we need any of this in particular. I hope we don't, because I don't think we can keep any of this. Especially since we're starting to get a lot more magic items now. I'll go through and I'll figure out what weapons we want to keep in just a little bit. These are all magical, so we'll hold off on selling those for now. And we'll hold on to these for now. I really need to start getting used to using the scrolls more. I think that's one of my biggest issues, is I don't use them as often as I probably should. For now, we'll just sell that, and I think that's going to kind of get us what we need currently. We might end up picking up some of these potions, because we're going to have Jithal, and she's going to heal from the inflict wounds spells, but that could be something that we can get in a little bit. Alright, Oleg. The Stag Lord is gone. We found his fortress and sent the villain to oblivion. Oleg looks at you with respect bordering on admiration. Ah, good riddance. Maybe now we'll be able to actually live in the Stolen Lands rather than just surviving. Oleg sighs. Without a doubt, more people will flock here now. It'll surely boost trade, but all that noise will bring with them. Well, that's none of your concern. I bet you can't wait to return to Restov and report your great victory. Remember, Restov is where we came from. Basically where all the sword lords are kind of in control, the Outdoorsy sword lords. And the Stolen Lands is currently where we are at. And that's the lands that we're trying to capture and tame. I do still have some unfinished business. I want to go inside and look around, make sure I haven't left anything and don't need to do anything before I leave. As I wish. Speak another time. So that'll be kind of like how we finish the act off. We talk to Oleg and we tell him that we're ready to go. I don't think we've talked to Keston a whole lot. We weren't really too worried about talking about him and his past, so we'll hold off on continuing that conversation. Alright. We're just gonna hold on to the magic items, I've decided for now. Most everyone's gonna come with their own set of gear. So I'll hold on to all the magic stuff, but the rest we're just gonna get rid of for now. And then as we level up, I'll get rid of the magic items too. I'll get rid of the magic items as I level up. Currently at level 5, even the +1s are going to be helpful. I'm going to put all of those in there. Magic. Throw all of them there. Sell everything and buy BP. That's what I've been doing recently. Okay, we're not planning on keeping Ragongar, so I want to at least unequip him for now. I know I could do this later, but I'm not planning on keeping either of these people. Once I have access to some others, we're just going to hold off on having them equipped. Well, I get a lot of named items in my other playthrough. I even sell a good portion of my named items. But that's because I get some named items from... We're going to hold on to one tower shield for Valerie. I get a lot of named items from like the artisans that I've brought to my village and towns. Okay. So I think we have everything. We just need to sell some stuff, and then I think we're going to be good to head on out. Show me your wares, Oleg. Offer all of that. Get another 1,500 gold. I'm hoping that this playthrough I will have a much better grasp on what I need to do as far as kingdom management goes. I feel like I'm starting to understand it in my main playthrough, but you know, if you start to understand the kingdom management and you're like 2/3 of the way through the game, then it doesn't really help you a whole lot. So I'm hoping that basically right from the get-go I can really get a grasp of getting my kingdom under my feet. The fog seems to be thinning, but we should wait until it burns off completely. In the meantime, I'll gather some supplies for your journey to make sure you can enjoy your trip back to Restov. We're heading back to Rostov to have the feast and the party in our names.
Good work. Nice to see I haven't lost my intuition for people. Not many would have managed to set out to the Stolen Lands and return with the Stag Lord's head, but I knew you could handle it.
I'm gonna say something off topic. I really don't like her picture. Never really been a big fan of Jamandi's picture, and I don't know why.
Congratulations,
I think it's the
Eleanor.
floofy
Today,
arm.
you'll receive the title of Baroness
arm
before the
clothing.
High Society of Rostov, and even Natala Sertova personally. God's bless her. Tomorrow, you'll be able to return to the Stolen Lands if you wish, but this time as a ruler.
We're going to be a ruler. So, Natala Sertova, remember the Aldori Sword Lords and the Sertova family have been kind of at each other's throats, just with like some typical political disputes. So, the Sertovas are the other faction, and Jamandi Aldori is basically funding us. Yeah, I don't really like her, but you know, she offers us money and helps us start a kingdom, so I guess she can't be all bad. But she did do it out of pure kind of like a way of looking out for her back, because she was hoping to gain an ally out of us. So I'm not sure if we're going to be the whole like wholesome ally that she wants. We'll probably play a little bit of a neutral ground, see which side we want to really take in the end. So Natala Sertova is the sister to King Noleski and one of the most influential politicians in Brevoy.
But matters of state can wait. For now,
Yeah,
enjoy
it is
this
for her
feast
personal
in
gain.
your
You're
honor.
absolutely right.
All the city leaders are here. It's a great opportunity to make some useful connections.
I think she seems kind of sketch just because of the fact when it gets right down to it, when it all boils down, she is a politician. Her and the Sertovas.
Speaking of connections,
At the end of the
let me
day,
introduce you to Casil
she seems kind of
Eldori.
sketch and not
He's
very
my
trustworthy
adopted
because
son
she's
and
a
apprentice. He's
she's
a
a politician.
trustworthy man. I'd like to send him with you as an envoy.
And see, she's trying to get a foot in the door with her adopted son, Castle. Which honestly, I've played with Castle in my other playthrough. I actually like Castle overall, but I don't think I'm going to take him this time, just because I took him last time, and I'm interested to see some of the other options. Castle, a young half-orc with impeccable poise, performs a textbook perfect bow. Just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know. I don't need an envoy. You already know about my encounter with Tartuccio. Thank you. Let's go and talk about Tartuccio, because we haven't really mentioned that, and then we'll kind of slide into the political games.
Of course. Keston gave me a full report. You dealt with the scoundrel perfectly. It would be naive to think that none of your neighbors will try to stick their hands in your affairs. Especially that sly fox Iravetti.
I haven't gotten to Iravetti on my other playthrough. I'm really interested to see how his whole chapter and focus plays out too. Because he's like king of Pitax. And I know that at some point you go to Pitax. Okay, Jamandi, just what kind of game are you playing? I think I have the right to know.
Yes. Yes, you certainly have that right. But tell me, how well do you know Brevoy's history or the current political atmosphere? It won't be an easy explanation.
I know about this much of Brevoy's history, Jamandi. About as much as your little link in your dialogue gives me. Well, apparently Brevoy's a relatively young nation, so there can't be that much history. A paragraph worth, yeah. I know about a paragraph worth of Brevoy's history. What do I need to know about the history of Brevoy?
What's now called Brevoy was originally two different countries, Rostland and Issia. 200 years ago, they were stuck in constant squabbles. Then, Coral the Conqueror showed up and united the two states into one. Such diplomatic tricks are easy to manage when you have dragons at your disposal.
I did know that Rostland was like a part of Brevoy. I forgot about Issia. which is just another nation. So they kind of like combined. This Coral the Conqueror guy became known, invaded the area. They basically came through and just conquered the whole area with dragons and stuff, it looks like. Carl! Yes. Carl the Conqueror.
The so-called noble houses of Brevoy, mainly Surtova, Orlovsky, and Lebeda, once ruled over Isia. We, the Aldori, ruled Rostland. The royal house Rogarvia, founded by Coral the Conqueror, forced us into obedience. But 200 years isn't long enough to make peace with such a troubled history. Even 2,000 years wouldn't be enough for us to accept Isian rule. Brevoy is a country held together by a thread, and that thread grows ever weaker.
Alright, so it looks like we're about to get a history lesson. So House Surtova is the current ruling family of Brevoy. It is the oldest Brevic noble family and the most influential. Their original holdings are the environs of Port Ice in northern Isia, on the shores of the Lake of Mists and Vales. The Surtovas are known as careful and cunning diplomats. Before Coral the Conqueror invaded, the Surtovas were known as pirates and raiders, and the family still has many connections with pirates and brigands of the region, many of whom are distant relations of the Surtova clan. Their family motto is, "Ours is the right." Okay. Orlovsky. Now see, Orlovsky and Lebeda are ones that I haven't really heard too much about or don't really remember a whole lot about. So Orlovsky controls northeastern Brevoy from Eagle's Watch on Mount Veshka. They try to rise above petty political maneuvers as staunch allies of the now disappeared House Regarvia. This has landed them in a prickly situation. If Lord Pol Orlovsky chooses to rebel against Noleski Surtova, they could potentially align with House Gares and House Medved. These three houses could disrupt supply, and travel routes between House Surtova's two power bases, Port Ice and New Stetven. The house's motto is High Above. So they're kind of Italy, from what I gathered. And then House Lebeda is based on the southwest of Lake Rikal in Brevoy, controlling the plains and significant portions of the lake's shipping. They're considered to be the Brevic noble family that epitomizes Rostland, having significant Taldan blood and appreciation for fine things and love of sword fighting. The family motto is success through grace. So I guess if the nobles had a noble subset, sounds like it'd be the Lebedas. And they all once ruled over Isia. The Aldori, which we've kind of looked at several times now, ruled over Rostland. So it sounds like Isia kind of just engulfed Rostland and became Brevoy, and the Aldori are not happy about that. So they kind of want to be ruling themselves. The former ruling house of Brevoy, House Regarvia, was founded by the descendants of Coral the Conqueror and Myrna Regarvia, daughter of Nikos Surtovia. Most members of the house disappeared mysteriously in 4699 AR in an event called the Vanishing. The house built the Ruby Fortress in New Stetman on the shores of Lake Rikal as their stronghold. The Regarvians were known to be the ruthless rulers who did their best to hold Brevoy's disparate houses and factions together. The house's motto was "With sword and flame." So House Regarvia was like the uncle that kept everyone appeased and working together. And now they've just kind of up and vanished, so everyone's at each other's throats. Okay. What do I need to know about the current political atmosphere? I feel like I know a lot about the current political atmosphere at this
and
point.
The great noble houses spent 200 years under the rule of invaders, the royal house Rogarvia. We plotted, we schemed, we stabbed each other in the back, but open confrontation was out of the question. But a few years ago, House Rogarvia disappeared. No one knows how or why, but one day, their manors were just empty. And the force that held Brevoy together, that kept us from a bloody feud, ceased to be. Brevoy is currently ruled by the House Surtova, the former kings of Isia, but their power pales in comparison to that of House Rogarvia when they were here. So now Surtova and Aldori stand facing each other, staring each other in the eye, waiting for the other to draw their sword. It's an untenable situation. No one wants a civil war that would drown Brevoy in blood, but peace between us is also out of the question.
So it sounds like we're going to end up taking up the role of House Regarvia, trying to play middleman mediator in the whole thing.
Rostland wants to regain its independence, and we will regain it. The power the Isians hold over us is humiliating and costly, and the Surtovas won't give us our freedom without a fight. That is, unless there is some external power that can force everyone to sit down and talk. Do you see where this is going? The stolen lands are disputed territory. Brevoy can't appropriate them without raising protests from each of the neighboring states. However, if some brave people were to found independent states on that land, it would be another matter entirely. My hope is that you and your future neighbors, Baron Hannes Drelev and Captain Maegor Varn, will become our allies. But even your neutrality would introduce a powerful counterbalance to the aggression of the noble houses. Maybe, with your help, the inevitable division of Brevoy can occur without too much pain.
So we've got 3 different barons. Well, 2 barons and 1 baroness. We've got Baron Hannes Drelev, Captain Maegor Varn, who has also inherited a barony as a reward, according to this. Who is actually Baron Maegor Varn. And then I am becoming Baroness Trish Beastcaller. And they're wanting us to basically remain neutral powers in this kind of dispute, or be allies with the Aldoris. We'll probably be more on the neutral side, just from thinking about it. I don't really have a major dog in this fight. Don't the Storlords have enough other foreign allies capable of playing this role? I think I know the answer to this. I think they do, but they're too far away to really be involved.
We hope to get some help from the Maivani Aldori, the descendants of the Sword Lords who have fled from Coral's rage to build a new nation in the south. But the Isians know this well, and are doing everything they can to deny us this help. I won't go into details, but if my intelligence is correct, if a civil war starts in Brevoy, Maivan will be too occupied with its own inner troubles to interfere.
Okay, so Maivan is one of the more stable river kingdoms. It began to refuge the Aldori Sword Lords who fled Rostland. Many settled there. Study their secrets, earn the right to stay. Applicants must pass a series of increasingly difficult duels. So basically, in order to stay in Maivan, you have to duel your way into citizenship. It's an interesting way of thinking about it. But as I suspected, they're going to be too preoccupied, and the distance is going to prevent them from getting there.
Restov is a free city, proud of its independence from everyone, including the Aldori Sword Lords. But when it comes to Rostland's liberation, our goals align. This whole plan is our joint creation with Lord Mayor Yosef Selimius.
Okay, so Restov, the free city, is basically behind the Sword Lords and trying to get away from the Isian rule. Natalia's already here. Why did she let you grant me the title?
Actually, she could still intervene and disrupt the proceedings. But she's a Surtova. Their games are always complex and multi-layered. They're always looking for ways to turn defeat into victory. If she's decided to allow you to become a Baroness, it means she already has some idea of how she can turn it to her benefit. Let's consider how she could do so. Maybe she understands that Rostland will inevitably separate and she doesn't want a war. In that case, new states in the Stolen Lands give the Isians a reason to sit down and talk without losing face. But that's an optimistic view. And truth be told, it doesn't quite match up with what we've come to expect from the Surtovas. The more likely scenario is that Natala wants to win you over to her side. If war breaks out and at least one of you stabs us in the back, Rostland will be surrounded by enemies. That might be enough to bring about our downfall. But you would fall first, and your newly formed states would be left in ruin. The Isians always like to have someone around to pull their chestnuts out of the fire for them. A piece of friendly advice? Don't do business with House Sertovas, no matter what promises they make you. Any deal with the noble houses is a deal with devils.
Aren't any deal with the noble house deal with the devils? So she's telling me I shouldn't make deals with her either. Interesting advice. Yeah. Although I think since she's going to be funding my kingdom, I might take the Sertovas up on their offer if they offer me an envoy. Simply for the fact I'll have kind of a more neutral kind of way of dealing with things. I can easily settle disputes with Aldori because I'll be kind of indebted to her, so I can side with her sometimes, and then sometimes I can go with the Sertova envoy. At least that's probably going to be the plan.
How should I know? We're in the middle of a big game.
But that way
And
I can
today,
at least claim,
you
you know,
moved
like,
from
I'm
being
neutral in all
merely a
this.
piece on the
I'm taking
board
advice and
to being
helping
one
both
of the
sides.
players.
I'm becoming a player.
I hope you have a better understanding of what's at stake.
I don't think I need an envoy. At least not from the Aldoris.
Don't think I'm trying to impose a nanny or a spy on you. We're neighbors now. You'll need someone knowledgeable about Brevoy's politics to act as an ambassador to your court. If you don't like Casil, you're free to choose someone else, but I won't be able to vouch for the loyalty or trustworthiness of another envoy.
Alright. I gotcha. I understand. You're vouching for this guy. You just can't vouch for anyone else. Thank you. I'm gonna go speak with the guests.
Enjoy your evening. When you're ready for the official part, come to me.
Gotcha. Now we're gonna go and talk to people. Okay, this is really bothering me some. I don't know if you knew this, Jonathan, but yeah, my bear's just chilling. He's a good bear. If you open up the formation tab, if you hold shift while you're moving around, it locks it on the grid, so that you're able to kind of line things up a little bit easier. And granted, it's still not perfect, but it does help it a little bit. Alright, let's talk to Jathaw. She's kind of been avoiding us recently. And she's still avoiding us. They call this a feast. I'd show them some real festivities if they'd let me. Amiri. Their wine is alright. Nice and strong, but the appetizers, poof, barely a mouthful. Tristan. These people are not just celebrating. It seems the feast has given them new hope. We're going to come back to Lindsay and Megavarm because I think they're going to want to talk for a little bit.
Will you drink with me?
You see Casey. I'm going to call her Casey. Approaching. The tiefling you met during the battle at Jamandi Aldori's mansion. As she draws near, she places one of the cups of wine she's holding into your hand. Yet to become Baroness, and already it seems that someone wishes to point me. I feel like to my success seems, I feel like if she was offering that, I'd be okay with accepting it. Do you want to get right to business? When she was talking with us at the last time before we left, she seemed like she was a very straight to business kind of person, so we're gonna go with that.
I'd say you like to walk a straight road and keep away from roundabouts. But jokes aside, I came to apologize. I know the words I said in our conversation with Lady Aldori might have offended you, but this was not my intention. The lessons life has dealt me were not easy. I've learned to be wary of new acquaintances, which is why I've refused to join your party. I hope you will forgive me for this weakness and for my harsh words. And I hope you will hear me out, for I have something to tell you.
No apologies necessary. We had just met literally that night. I don't necessarily expect someone to pledge their life to me in a single night, so, you know, no apologies necessary. Apology accepted. First I'll listen to what you have to say, then I'll decide if you're okay. You've shown your duplicity once. I don't want to have anything further to do with you. Yeah, sure. No apologies necessary.
How amusing. Usually those who don't seek affection are the very ones who receive it. Anyway, enough sweet talk. There is something important I wanted to tell you.
Alright, what you got?
As it happens, I came across some very valuable information. What brave conqueror of these wild lands wouldn't be intrigued by news of an ancient shrine, possibly full of great treasures? A place such as this was discovered by my old friends from Qadira, and it just so happens to be located in the lands that today become rightfully yours. My friends lack the courage to enter the shrine and seek the treasure, but what will stop us? We who know the taste of battle and have been singed by the same fire.
Stops looking at you expectantly. So Qadira is a westernmost satrapy, not exactly sure how to say that word, of the Padish Empire, or Padisha Empire, of Kalesh. Qadira is a kingdom with the power of the sprawling empire at its back. Qadira is Kalesh's doorway to the inner sea region, and is perhaps the single most valuable piece of real estate on Galarian. What could be better than treasure hunt? I'm ready. Sounds tempting, but I'll need to think about it. Yeah, treasure hunt, let's do it.
I'm sure you'd like to finally gain your official title and celebrate your victory. And I don't like noisy parties and ceremonies. Find me when you return to your dominion. I'll rent a house in your capital. We can discuss the details of our expedition there. So
Sounds
long,
good to me.
friend. I'll call you so today because soon enough, all you'll be hearing is, Your Grace, Your Grace, Your Grace.
Leaving you with a cup, the tiefling girl steps back and disappears in the shadows between the columns. Alright, goodbye, Casey. A lot of guests, lots of guests. Esvanki Keek. A handsome man with a weather-beaten face grasps your hand tightly in his rough, calloused palms. Unlike the rest of the guests in their festive clothes, he wears simple robes. The only luxury you see on him is a holy symbol of Aristil, made of solid gold. The other guests look at him with respect, some bordering on awe. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep... Oh. Congratulations on your victory, he says in a deep voice. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Esvanki Geek, High Priest of Aristil in Restov. Do many people in Restov venerate Aristil? You're dressed surprisingly simple for such a festive occasion. Bringing law into the Stolenlands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful of any help you could spare. Do many people venerate Aristil? They revere many gods in Restov. They pray to Abadar, patron of cities, and Pharasma, gatherer of souls. There are also some more rare cults, but there's no denying that the stag god has the largest congregation here, and no wonder. People here have lived off farming and hunting for centuries. Let's give it a shot. We got a 50-50 chance here. Maybe we can grab an ally before we even get our title. Bringing law to the Stolenlands is a difficult endeavor. I would be grateful for any help you could spare. I felt. Our most pious aspirations are often hindered, but is it not the case that overcoming such obstacles allows us to become closer to our God? I give you my blessing, and I believe you will be able to overcome these hardships and achieve your goals. Okay. You're dressed pretty simply, my dude. The corners of the priest's mouth turn up in a faint smile. The nobles dress in silks and satins to stand out from the poor. A priest wears a simple robe to stand out from the noble. Man, I really like this guy. Too bad I couldn't have him come with me. It was an honor to meet you. Goodbye. Era still keep you. Ragongar and Octavia. Haha. To victory, freedom. Bottoms up. Bottoms up. Yes. Try the eclairs. They're delicious.
Quiet footsteps.
Hannes Drelev. Oh, this was one of the other barons. This man's gorgeous clothes hide rippling muscles beneath them. He looks past your ear, obviously bored. Baron Hannes Drelev, he says, offhandedly emphasizing the word baron. And you must be the Stag Lord Butcher. I'm sorry, I quite forgot your name. But you took out the Stag Lord and his gang, and so Sword Lord Jamandi is granting you permission to take his place, right? Well, congratulations. My lands lie to the west of yours. I suppose we're neighbors now. Not very polite for a nobleman. Yes, I defeated the Stag Lord. Pray tell, what did you do to deserve your new dominion? I'm not going to say very polite for nobleman. I mean, he's clearly... his clothes are hiding rippling muscles. He's clearly not a nobleman, so... what did you do? A smirk appears on the Baron's face. I don't need to deserve or prove anything. Countless generations of my glorious ancestors have done so for me. If I had a slightly bigger army, Sword Lord Jamandi would have simply given all the stolen lands to me. Alas, I don't have so many soldiers at my disposal, so she had to urgently make Baron of the likes of you and Varn. Okay, so I guess he was born into nobility. But he's just a puny little side noble. He's a side piece noble. The stolen lands will eat him for breakfast. I'm not worried. So you have no army and no special merits. You were just given land for being pretty. Under other circumstances, I'd have you whipped for such words. But let's not ruin Lady Aldori's celebration. If you want so badly to measure merits, we can do so another time. Yeah, I'm not really getting off into a great foot with that guy. Not even denying to reply. Baron Drelev turns around and looks away. Kind of a dick. A feast in times of pestilence. A ludicrous attempt to sink into reverie. To digress from contemplating one's own insignificance.
Precisely.
So I think we need to talk to these people, and then these guys. Let's go talk to Sertova and her friend, Chandra Murphy. Ah yes, I see good old Restov hasn't changed a bit. Even the smell in the streets is the same. That's the same thing as earlier. Natala Sertova is discussing something with an unfamiliar old lady in a low voice. Upon noticing you, she breaks into a sugary sweet smile. You're one of the only... You were not only tough, but quick. Well, congratulations on your victory. Enjoy it while you can. What do you think awaits me? Nothing good, I fear. The Aldori, our dearest friends, didn't deem it necessary to inform you of their plans, I assume. You see, they're preparing to separate from Brevoy. It will not be a peaceful process. They lack the strength currently, hence using this legal loophole to create some independent allies. Once the civil war breaks out, your lands will be the first to endure a strike from Brevoy's forces. Perhaps they'll erect a memorial stone in independent Restov to honor you. Well, I wouldn't count on even that, really. What would you propose? We're going to get kind of the flip side of that story. In your situation, the most reasonable course of action would be to align yourself with the lawful rulers of Brevoy. The noble houses. The Aldori won't dare to rebel, knowing they will immediately become entrapped. You could help Brevoy avoid a civil war while simultaneously enjoying some well-deserved peace in your hands. In your lands, I'm sorry, not your hands. I believe Jamandi has already attempted to impose a guard on you as an emissary. I'm guessing her low-born stepson, the green-skinned boy, Castle. It's up to you, of course, but I would recommend you a different envoy. Please meet Chandra Murvy, an experienced diplomat who's more familiar with Brevoy's politics than any brawler could be. The old woman standing next to Natala gives you a slight bow. I would be happy to help you establish a diplomatic relations with Brevoy. I don't know, she kind of looks a little more grumpy. I would be happy to help you establish diplomatic relations with Brevoy. She kind of looks like she might have that kind of like grandmother kind of voice. You know, I'll consider your proposal. I'm not sure if I really want her with me, but I don't think I'm going to choose Castle either, so I'm going to be thinking about our options. Think on it. Do not make any hasty decisions. It's the official. Alright, find Casey at your capital, prove your worth, mingle with the guests. Okay, so we just have to finish mingling and talk with Jamandi Aldori. Well, Tartuccio. well, scum. And how did we... maybe I've had one too many. Pour up to the brim so that, oh, I must be drunk. I forgot the line. She must be trying to, like, sing or something. Maegor Varn. I do like Maegor Varn. He's one of the characters I really like. This man is obviously more comfortable on the battlefield than in the company of nobles. He's well built, but the expensive waistcoat he's wearing doesn't quite fit properly, as though it was borrowed. He has a few pale scars across his face and darker hairs drawn into an unkempt ponytail with a few streaks of gray running through it. He greets you with a broad smile and firm handshake. Let me introduce myself. I'm Maegor Varn, the new ruler of Dunsward. Your neighbor to the east. Like you, I'm about to be a baron. Great job with the Stag Lord, by the way. Not everyone could exterminate a whole gang of bandits with such a small team. So Dunsward's the frontier region known as Dornsward on the easternmost side of the Stolen Lands borders the steppes of Casmaran. Dunsward is characterized by low, grassy plains, circled by mountain ranges, and is dotted with the ancient structures of lost civilization. Long ago, a bustling empire reigned over these lands. Nowadays, all that remains is that ancient glory are crumbling ruins and the half-destroyed words of alien wisdom that are inscribed on the walls of the unknown tombs. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. We're about to be given our Baroness title. Just talking with Maegor Varn here. So how did you earn the title of Baron? Truth be told, my team and I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Jamandi Aldori needed someone reliable to take and hold the territory. I'm the captain of a mercenary team, if that wasn't clear. Varnling Host. Have you heard of us? No? No matter. We've done work for Jamandi before. This time the task was simple. We just waltzed into the area, cleared it of most brazen monsters, and built a small fort to hold the place. And for that, a barony and land to own. It was a dream job. How do you feel about being a noble? Looking at his rich clothes, Varn smirks. Like a pheasant on a plate. I've killed all kinds of monsters, but this is the first time I've so strongly felt like turning away could get me eaten. It was nice meeting you. Farewell. Oh, he said some more stuff. He nods towards an arrogant man on the other corner of the room. See that lad? Baron Drelev? He's not like us. Who knows what generation of Baron he is? Didn't even shake my hand. You and me, we're like dirt beneath his boots. That's why those like us, the newly made nobility, need to stick together. Otherwise, he'd take my land and yours in the blink of an eye. Which I kind of agree with. We spoke with him a little earlier, and kind of a dick. Goodbye. Once you've settled in, come pay us a visit. We'll have to go over to check out Maegor Varn at some point. We've
That's
talked to most
easy.
everyone here, so I think we're about ready to speak with Lady Jamandi. Isif Selimius, an older man with full sideburns, looks at you with interest through golden eyeglass. Well, now if it isn't the hero of the festivities, the protege of our dear Jamandi. You pulled this all off quite cleverly. I confess, I wasn't convinced your enterprise would succeed. I even bet a bottle of my best Pitaxian wine against you. But I'm happy to admit I was wrong. The Aldori have always been apt at finding new talent. So Pitax is Long Haven of thieves and smugglers, the hub for traders in the River Kingdom. It aspires a center of culture and high learning as well, but cannot escape its more unsavory origins. I don't believe we've been introduced. So it would... I shouldn't have chosen that, because now I'm going to have to try to pronounce his name again. So it would seem. I am Isif Selimius, Lord Mayor of Restov. I ruled this town and the adjacent lands. As your northern neighbor, I hope we can look forward to a long and fruitful friendship. You rule Restov, and what about the Aldori? Brevoy's politics seem complex and incomprehensible to many. Here, in this part of Rostland, the spirit of northern freedom still lives. We are loyal to the throne, of course. May the gods prolong the life of His Highness. But here, far from the dominion of the great houses, we have our own way of life. It is especially important now after certain events that I probably don't need to name. So King Noleski Sertova. Okay, so we've already gotten a little bit of information about him. So that's just the King Sertova, leader of the House Sertova, who is currently ruling Brevoy. The Aldori Sword Lords used to rule Rostland. They're still the largest landowners and the main military force in the region. But it's not for nothing that Restov is called a free city. We're proud to choose the Lord Mayor from among the citizens, considered not by their lineage, but by their own merits. What kind of events were you talking? He's just going to go into the events about the inevitable divide between the Sertovas and the Aldori, so we don't need to worry about that. How are things in Restov? I don't want to boast, but things have been going well in recent years. Trade prospers, the population grows, and citizens are happy. Although recently, especially after the disappearance of House Rogarvia, more and more troublemakers have been appearing. The people are talking about the most shocking thing, but those sorts of rumors aren't worthy of your attention. Nice meeting you. Please wait a moment. Your young barony will need resources to establish itself, and from what I've been told, you're somewhat in need of our financial assistance. I could organize a supply, everything you need for the construction, and spread out the cost on extremely favorable terms. And now the truth comes out. This is what he was wanting. I could immediately procure, let's say, 500 cartloads of building supplies. I'm sure that would give you a good start. In exchange, I would ask a small favor. Until you repay the debt in full, you simply assume the obligation of contracting building services through Restov's Builders Guild. Do we have a deal? We're gonna have to contract out through building guilds anyway. I don't necessarily see why not if it's getting us some free initial supplies. So I think we go ahead and accept, give us some initial supplies, and we'll eventually pay them off and can contract out whoever we want. I'm not sure it's going to really make that big of a difference. We'll probably just pay them a little bit of like a kind of like a tithe or tax for a little while. I would be happy to accept your offer. Then it's a deal. I'll get everything in order right away and schedule a delivery immediately. It was nice meeting you. The feeling is mutual. I assure you, I look forward to hearing more of your dazzling successes soon. We'll talk to Castle. Today's a historic day for Restov, and maybe for all of Brevoy. Alright, we're going to do a quick save, and then we're going to talk to Lady Jamandi and get this whole barony underway.
So, how do you like our little gathering? I hope you've made some useful connections. Shall we move on to the official proceedings?
I'd like to talk to the envoy. Be taking me. Let's talk about the envoy that will be taken.
My apprentice, Casil Aldori, will go with you, won't he?
So this is where we have to make the decision. Do we want the Castle Aldori, which is the, I think he's a half-orc apprentice, or do we want to take our grandmother over there that looks like she could bake us some cookies? Last time I took Castle Aldori, he didn't really do a whole lot for me, so I think I'm going to take Chandra Murphy this time. So we're going to have some cookies every Friday evening in our barony, and Miss Murphy is going to, yeah, we're gonna take Grandma, Grandma Cookie Maker.
The emissary of House Sertova? Well, perhaps it's for the best. As they say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
I haven't even decided who my enemies are yet, and you're already saying that I'm keeping my enemies closer. Alright, I'd like to speak with us. We've talked to everyone. Alright, I'm ready for the ceremony.
Excellent. Stand here.
Certainly. They've decided for you.
Lords and ladies, today we are here to honor 3 brave people who have done the impossible. They've tamed the stolen lands.
Well, 2 of us tamed it. One was given it.
Hannes Drelev, the new master of Glenabon, Captain Maegor Varn, the conqueror of Dunsword, and finally, the tamer of the Shrike Hills, who put an end to the atrocities of the Stag Lord's bandits. Step forward.
That's me.
On behalf of the people of the free city of Restov, I confer upon you this noble title. Rise, your grace.
We're officially nobles. I know they don't even say, they just say your grace. I don't even think they know my name. I bet they won't say it this entire game. They're just gonna call me your grace.
Victory. The Stag Lord's dead, and the capital of
I
the
better not
new
be giving that
barony
helmet
has
away.
been built in place of his fort. That was how the long and challenging taming
You're
of
not
the
wrong.
stolen lands began.
Put them to the death. We'll kill them all. Sertova and Aldori alike. Welcome, Your Grace. Keston salutes you. You can see he's a bit anxious, and it seems he'd rehearsed his speech many times. Let me once again congratulate you on your victory and your new title. Lady Jamandi transferred me here. I'm at your disposal. I'm not one to bestow honors, but I want you to know I'm glad to serve you. I actually really like Keston. He's as far as non-main characters go, he's probably one of my favorite secondary characters of the game. I'm here to welcome you on behalf of your new capital citizens. The Stag Lord's former stronghold will soon be a thriving city. Word travels fast, and the first settlers have already arrived, with new ones approaching as we speak. While you were visiting Restov, much has been done here. Your benefactors, the Aldori, invested a great deal of resources in rebuilding the city. I stand ready to answer your questions and to show you around the most important sites. Main question is, where can I get a drink or 3? It's time to toast to my victory. Where are my companions? Are there any citizens I should know about? What's the mood of the people here? I'm ready to look around the city, lead the way. What's the mood of the people? I must admit, I've never seen anything like it in my whole life. A city, a whole barony, born right in front of our eyes. The people sense the moment, and today we're feeling proud. As a rule, I'm not too cheerful or chatty. I'd normally feel out of place among all the rejoicing, but today is just one of those days. Are there any citizens I should know about? Our old acquaintance, Jihad, is right here. Aristil's clerics normally don't like the city as much, but he's eager to serve you. Also, the emissary from Brevoy is here. waiting for you in your throne room. There's also this curious matter. An elf has paid us a visit. A blind elf. Desna only knows how he managed to get here. He seems peaceful, even pleasant fellow, though naturally a little odd. So I let him stay a while. It's up to you to decide what to do with him now. That's about it, I guess. Heston scratches his head. Where are my companions? They're all somewhere around here, but I've never kept an eye on who went where exactly. I assume Tristan is with Jihad, and you can always find Lindsay. Just follow the noise and turmoil. Main question is, where can I get a drink or three? Hesitates a brief moment, then laughs. I'll make sure to show you. The moment we enter the city, the tavern was the first business that opened. Building a city is thirsty work, and I beg your forgiveness for my behavior during your reception. I drank a little too much. It is a day for celebration. Alright, I'm ready to look around. Let's go and look around the city. Follow me, Your Grace. My bear! It's being left! Don't leave my bear! Greetings, Your Grace. We are, well, your new subjects. We're selecting a site to build our house. Right there. There's already a house there. Use that one. It's wet near the lake and windy up here in the hill. Fine place to throw garbage at your neighbors' heads, though. Why would you throw garbage at your neighbor's head? Is that just something that people in the Pathfinder universe do? It's a good thing you got rid of those monsters and bandits, Your Grace. Do you recognize this place, Your Grace? This is where the Stag Lord's fortress wall used to be. Not that it saved him in the end. Huh. Ooh, we've got some merchants. I don't know if there's a way to skip over this. Our workers did a fine job turning the bandits' den into the heart of the town. I don't think I can. No. It's just something that we're going to have to sit through and work our way through. The heart of every town is its main square. We plan to hold street festivities and fairs here. Look, we already have our first vendor. Looks like we have two. Right there and there, my man. Greetings, Your Grace. If you turn to the right in the square, you'll end up straight in our tavern. So down over this way. The tavern's L, blessed by Caden Callion himself, I swear, and the lady who owns it is a gem. I've heard our Baroness is as tall as a troll, has hair pure gold, and can breathe fire. Yeah, that's me to a T. That's all nonsense. Well, except for the part about breathing fire. All barons can breathe fire, trust me. I'm definitely as tall as a troll. My hair is definitely made of gold, and I can certainly breathe fire. Every aspect of that is true. Your Grace, those are our guards. They keep order in the city, or keep their mouths busy with gossip. Could not finish reading that. Oh well. Look at my little village. Here's the observation platform, and hope one day your capital will grow large enough you won't be able to see the full extent from this perch. Got little villages and little farms down there. Like a little baby town. Building in front of us is your residence. That's where we'll head to now. Thanks for everyone who's joining. We're getting our barony started. Then after that, we'll probably go and explore a little bit more of the Stolen Lands. But we are going to have to spend a little bit of time looking after the barony, I think. I think the game makes you. I don't actually remember. Alright, welcome to your barony. You're about to make unyielding Stolen Lands a prosperous kingdom. There's a long, arduous, solve pressing problems. Prosperous governor will be handsomely rewarded with support and donations of their subjects. Okay, nice. Cool. So now we've reached the main chambers. This is the throne room where you'll hold court and receive visitors. Let me draw your attention to this large map depicting your barony and its surroundings. We'll mark out the important scout reports and other news worthy of your Grace's attention. Having finished his speech, Keston tucks his thumbs under his belt and stands quietly. Granny! Granny Chandra. Gran Shan. It's good to see you, Your Grace. Chandra Meravi, the emissary of Natalia Sertova, greets you with a brief bow. Let's dispense with formalities and get straight to business. As emissary of the Royal House Sertova, I'm here to offer you advice, and make sure you don't do anything reckless. I hope my experience in diplomacy and policy will be of some aid as you make your first steps as a ruler of the barony. Difficulty level of your barony. You may change the difficulty level of your barony at any time or set it to automatic. If set to automatic, you won't have to deal with the most government decisions. They'll be taken care of automatically and your barony will never fail. However, this will also prevent you from unlocking any governance-related achievements. Okay. So if we ever get tired of the barony, we can just shift it over to automatic and we can just play the game more. The main thing you should know is the Baroness can solve some of the problems by giving orders to their representatives and advisors, but there are some things you simply cannot delegate. Issues of special import, such as complicated court hearings or serious threats to security. These will demand your personal presence at the capital. Information about these kind of events will always appear on the map. Remember that you should visit the capital personally at the beginning of each month. By tradition of Brevoy and most of the River Kingdoms, it is then that rulers address the day's most important issues and receive visitors. Today, you should choose candidates for highest positions in the barony. It is not my place to offer my own thoughts in this. Your clerics, Jihad and Tristan. Okay, it's not her place to offer her own thoughts, but she's about to offer her own thoughts into this, I feel. Your clerics, Jihad and Tristan, were first to ask for an audience. I shall leave you to your capable judgment. Be wise, and your rule shall be long and fruitful. Okay, she's not going to offer her thoughts. So fair play for her. Alright, who's this guy? Oh, Jihad, okay. Your Grace, allow me to congratulate you on receiving the title of Baroness. I am confident that you will be able to bring order to these troubled lands. Jihad stumbles slightly. Though, to be honest, that isn't exactly what we wanted to speak to you about. Christian and I have been talking a great deal about what happened at the Temple of the Elk. It doesn't all make sense to us yet, but one thing is clear. There's a powerful curse at work. It corrupted the very essence of that sacred place, steeping it with the putrescence. Ugh, I'm disgusted with whoever could do this. Jihad exhales loudly, catching his breath. And now, there is a new woe. Tristan and I believe the curse did not simply disperse of its own accord. There's a place near the capital rumored by the locals to be cursed. Tristan and I visited this dreadful place and we felt the same putrescence as the Temple of the Elk. What is this place? Where is it? There's a bald hilltop not far from here. This is Tristan. There's a bald hilltop not far from here, to the north of the capital. Its crown is entirely bare of life. The locals believe that rituals glorifying the dark god were held there. Back in ancient times, there is no longer any trace of such rituals, but the air around the hilltop is heavy to the point of stifling. This place is like a rotting wound, closed but not healed. And this wound will undoubtedly open again. Christian and I felt something approaching, something ominous. The curse will soon return to plague us once more. I swear by Iristil. I'll go there as soon as I'm able. I would be happy to accompany you, but I would not expect to see anything new there at present. We'll need to go there a little later. I agree with Tristan. We have been to this hilltop. It's barren, but filled with dense atmosphere of unease. Alright, what do you suggest? The curse will grow in strength, and we predict it will reach the peak of its strength in about 1 month. That's when we should visit the Bald Hilltop and resolve this issue. For now, we can only wait and prepare. We beg your pardon, Your Grace, for intervening. With you getting the grasp of your barony, I'm sure you have even more pressing matters at hand right now. So we get introduced to an ancient curse. Little do we know that this is going to be an ongoing thing.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
Alright, Barony has 10 basic stats, each supervised by an advisor. They're as follows: population, regent, loyalty, counselor, military, general, economy, treasurer, divine, high priest, relations, grand diplomat, stability, warden, magic, magister, culture, curator, and espionage minister. Basically, success and failure can raise or lower a stat. Every 20 points you can increase your rank, and as your ranks increase, you can get access to more advisor. Governing your barony requires 1 advisor for each stat. You may appoint your companions, as well as some Stolen Land citizens. Not all of these characters will be willing to serve you right away. Some of them need to be convinced. Every advisor acts with their own ideology. If you don't side with them too often, then they're going to leave. Every stat gains a bonus based on the appointed advisor. So some will be related to charisma, some intelligence, some strength. So pick the advisors that fit the position best. Ooh, we need to choose our barony. What's going to be the name of our barony? Click your capital icon to open the settlement map. Okay. So we're starting our barony in the Shrike Hills. I don't know if we can change it afterwards either. We're just going to keep it simple. Some places are named after the location that they're found. So these are the Stolen Lands, and we're in the Shrike Hills. So we'll name this the Stolen Shrikes. Or Shrike. Stolen Shrike. Keep it simple. Not going too crazy with it. Our barony is Stolen Shrike. That's just to pay homage to where it first grew from. Alright, so we need to appoint advisors. So we have a total of 5 different positions currently. Alright, so we've got Valerie and Octavia, who could be regent. They each provide a +2. Tristan and Chandra Merveille could be our counselor. Tristan's probably our best fit there. We'll remember that... Actually, hold on. Let's hold off on that. We're going to keep him in mind. He has a +5. The general... probably going to be Ragongar. He has a +5 there. The treasurer, no candidates can be a treasurer currently. And a high priest, probably going to be Harim. Alright, so let's appoint Valerie there. Well, what is Valerie? Valerie strives to follow the letter of the law. What does Octavia? Octavia always strives to solve problems peacefully. I like that. Let's try to solve problems peacefully. Since they have the same plus, we'll just stick with that. Counselor, we have a clear winner here, +5. So we'll do that. Tristan cares for the people over all of their concerns. Just curious, what is hers? Aims to make a profit while following the letter of the law. Interesting. Okay. It tells me down here as well. Okay. So Tristan's going to be our counselor for now. General. Amiri favors the direct approach. Ragongar is a hot-headed and direct. They're both very direct individuals. I feel like that's a very good kind of ideology for a general. So we'll throw Ragongar into our general. No treasurer currently. And Harim favors unusual but effective solutions. Jihad does his best to solve problems without disrupting local traditions. I'm not too terribly worried one way or the other for them, so we're going to have +4 going in there. So we have thrown in some advisors, and now let's take a look at some of our plain outskirts. Okay, so that's going to require me, and it takes 14 days, so we only have a month to start out with. 41 days to be precise. So what do we have that we need to get done? Prove our worth. We're waiting for Amiri to come and visit us. We have to find Casey in the capital. We probably don't want to have too much time pass currently because we're going to have to find Casey. Begin construction of new buildings in our capital, so we're going to need to start constructing things. Wait for the curse to develop. And appoint an advisor to treasurer, which we can't do that currently. So we're going to have to wait to find a treasurer. And we're still level 5, so no gain in level there. So let's start some projects, because we don't have any events yet. Nature of curses. So this is one thing that I want to try to get done and taken care of out of the way as quick as possible, because the curses in my last playthrough really built up. Requires 14 days. Pillage the Temple of the Elk. Ugh, pillage. Esvanki's offer. Harim has to do that. I feel like Harim has to do everything currently. I need a treasurer. Please. Trade agreement with Sertova. So that's gonna have to come down at some point. It's just very costly right now. We're not gonna be able to pay for that currently. So we don't have an advisor, so we can't do either of that. Zvanki, High Priest of Aristil of Restov, has a strong interest in spreading the Stag God's faith across the region. Eager to build a shrine dedicated to Aristil, but at his own expense. Accept his offer if you wish to gain a useful ally and place of worship for Aristil. So we can do that at any point in time. It just takes 7 days. We have too many things for Harim right now, so we're going to work on something else. I don't want to destroy the Temple of the Elk, I don't think. I don't think we're going to do that. As beneficial as it would be right now, I feel like that's very short-sighted. But rebuilding it's going to take too much time currently. So we're going to start by researching, I think. That's pretty much all we can really do right now. Because that's going to destroy the temple, so we're not going to be able to do the rebuild. We want to rebuild, but that takes too much time. And then his offer also requires Harim. The Harim's the only one that can do stuff currently, so we're just going to start by researching. That'll take basically the entire time, but it'll at least keep us progressing with our curses. We don't want them to stack up because they take a lot of time to do. And then go ahead and build some stuff. And construct buildings to increase Baroness stats. Each building has a cost in BP and construction time. You may construct several buildings simultaneously to start construction. Okay. Buildings provide special bonuses. Some buildings can be placed only in designated spots. Demolish buildings to get rid and recover half. You want to move a building. Demolish, gain. Okay. You'll have to demolish the old one and construct. Okay. But gaining half the resources and construct it in the new desired slot for half the price. You won't have to spend any extra BP, but you will have to wait for the construction. Okay. So if we destroy a building because we're wanting to move it, we can then place that building somewhere else for half the cost. Alright, so we're eventually going to get a shrine for free, I think. I think that's what the that one task was. So we're not going to worry about building a shrine currently. One thing that I want to make sure we start on is finding ways to improve our arcane stat, because we want to try to get that as high as we can currently, because eventually that's going to let us get teleportation between our cities. A board where orders, edicts, petitions, announcements, and sarcastic pamphlets are posted. Plus, you're resolving problems in this region. Restricted to baronies with... Alright. So that sounds pretty helpful. We're going to put it in one of the corners, I think. Just because the corners are typically some of the things that are harder to get bonuses from. I think I'm gonna put it over in this corner. So we're good there. And that'll just give us +2 bonuses to resolving problems in the region. And we're going to be really focused in this region initially, so that's going to help us out. Avoid getting anything that fails. We do have a pier. And really that's the only thing that can be built there. That gives us +1 economy. +1 to divine, +1 to loyalty. We'll throw up a wooden wall, because, you know, having a wall is going to really help us remain stable and protected. But I'm not sure that there's going to be a whole lot of other things that we want for now. +1 relation. +1 to arcane when adjacent to a shrine. So maybe we start building an herbalist house. And then once we get the free shrine, we can put the shrine next to it. And the shrine can affect a magic shop, a library, and a school as well. So we could put a shop somewhere where we would also gain the benefit of the shrine. Tavern affects shops. Maybe we put the shop here, tavern here, shrine there. Or not shrine, the herbalist. Adjacent to a shrine. Trying to figure out what I was reading. Magic shop. Maybe we can't make a magic shop yet. Anyway, we need to get an herbalist house first. But we can wait for the shrine. So I think we're going to be done with kingdom management for now. Just to get those 2 buildings being built first, and then we can decide what we want to do with it later. Alright, claiming new regions. To expand your territory, open the Regions tab on the right side of the screen and select the relevant project at the bottom of the screen. Claiming a region will allow you to significantly increase your barony's stats and found settlements in the new lands. Meet special regional conditions. Has completed quests. Reach a certain rank. Collect sufficient BP for a claim. Find unoccupied advisors who can take charge. As soon as you start the kingdom project claim, it'll fast forward 14 days. After your new territory is claimed and annexed into your domain, boundaries of the state will change and receive bonuses granted by the claimed region. Alright, so let's take a look at region. Claim the outskirts. If we look at our map, this is the outskirts up here. So this is what we gain for claiming that. How much does it cost? It costs 150, and it'll take 14 days to do. I don't really think we have anything else that we really need to do. Southern Nara marches, North Nara marches. Maybe we go and talk to Casey first, in case we don't want to fast forward time just yet. So let's do that first. Let's talk to Casey, see what she wants, and we can take a look at the map of the overall area.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
We'll be okay. Oh, are all of our companions here? Harim is there. Okay, so thanks for the conversation. Alright, so we can start talking to everyone. We'll talk to everyone in just a little bit. That's the blind elf that they were mentioning. We'll visit him in a little while as well. A fly or something flying around the room.
I greet you, my savior. You who defeated those who nearly brought my ruin.
Alright, the appearance of the nymph is heralded by a familiar bouquet of herbs and flowers, but the creature looks at you differently now.
I see your fate has changed since last we met. Now you are the ruler who will determine the destiny of these lands. I am their living heart, the whisper of the wind, the strength of rivers, the luxuriant growth of the meadows. Do you wish to touch this power?
We've been very standoffish to her this whole
I will
time.
show you a place where we can finally meet in flesh, you and I. Deep in the woods, there is an old mossy ruins, long abandoned, nearly swallowed by the thicket. There is an old tree growing among the stones in the yard, which I remember as a seed. A shadow under its green crown I call my verdant chambers. Visit me there, my lady, and come alone. A nymph's reward awaits you.
Your reward, seeing you is the best reward for me. I was happy to help. Let's see your angles. I hope I will be your efforts. I wish to ask you something.
Forgive me. Nymphs are not made for cities. The noise and vanity of human settlements vex me. I will answer all your questions, but there, in the silence of my asylum.
Oh. I hope well for my effort. So we've been very standoffish to her. Maybe just say happy to help, or I don't really need a reward for you seeing. No, we're just happy to help.
So long. I will await you there, as the ground waits for spring under the heavy wind.
We get it. All right. We were going somewhere before all this, before she distracted us. Oh, we were going to talk to Casey. Which I think is this house over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. A tense silence hangs over the house. Casey, your tiefling friend, emerges from the shadows, but her eyes are staring into the distance. She seems to look right past you. No, not now. Oh, no. The turmoil is suddenly over, but you see fear in Casey's eyes, her blue eyes. It's you. I wanted to say, I feel almost sure that I've witnessed some sort of divine intervention. Okay, good. Please do not be afraid. You can tell me the truth. What's going on? The girl closes her eyes and clenches her fist, obviously in the grip of a strong emotion, but one you cannot read. I knew it couldn't last forever. Why did he even make this rule? If he knew it would be impossible to keep. She takes a deep breath, opens her eyes, and speaks with firm resolve. Come what may, you should know. Trish Beastcaller, that the person you know by the name Casey does not exist. My real name is Khalik, and well, it's a long story, and such stories are better told beside a welcoming fire. Will you hear me out? Sure, let's go. The girl rests her head on her arms and stares off into the distance, lost in memory. Stories by the fire, in the desert where I was born, my fondest memory. When the day is done, hosts and guests, parents and children, friends and rivals, all gather by the fire under the stars to tell their tales. All they did, all they witnessed, all they heard from other travelers, and the whispers carried by the desert wind. My sister and I often snuck in to hear these stories, hiding in the shadows just beyond the circle of light and warmth. We are hellspawn, you see, tieflings, our unwelcome guest in Qadira, unblessed by the light of merciful Sarenrae. We grew up sleeping in a common tent, scavenging food here and there, like orphans, all but outcast and disowned. We were 13 when we left. and set off to find happiness in the cities. And everyone we left behind sighed with relief. So sad. My sister and I, we are twins, but as different as the sun and moon. Her name is Canera, which means silent flame. She is fire, a cold fire, but one that turns everything to ash. I am a river. It brings me joy to give water to tired travelers and nurture green shoots. But when I flood, I'm bound to bring death. The girl's eyes are full of sorrow. Despite our differences, we are one. Our lives belong to divine Nethys, and by his mercy, we now live in turns. While one of us is here, the other sleeps in another plane. And when she wakes up, we switch places, just as you just witnessed. So Nethys is also known as the All-Seeing Eye, is a Garundi god who holds knowledge and magic above all things. He gains enough power to witness all things, and this is both fueled by his divinity and shattered his mind. He is god of magic, torn between destroying the world with one hand and saving it with the other. So kind of like yin-yang, almost. This is why you didn't remember me when we were talking to Jamandi Aldori. And how is it you began to live in hers? Can I do it? Alright, so. How could I remember you? I'd never met you at the time. That was Canera. She was the one who talked to you at the reception and helped you fight off the assassins. We usually write each other notes recounting in detail all that happened and describing any friends that Casey had made. But that time we switched right in the middle of a mansion engulfed in fire and filled with assassins. Canera didn't have the time to write any notes. How does it begin? Do you live in turns? Khalik lowers her head. This story, it's one I've never told anyone before. No one in the whole world. And it's not easy to confide in a stranger. There's too much grief and guilt in it. If you don't mind, I'd rather not go into all the details. You see, my sister died, and I couldn't get over it. Canera was killed by a Soul Eater, a monster summoned by secret followers of Abaddon's archdemons. Those who summoned him died in the fight, but the beast was too strong for my sister, and I wasn't even there to protect her. Khalik catches her breath. We just had a fight, and we both did some stupid things just before. But I don't want to talk about that now. Abaddon's is a wasteland of infinite apocalyptic proportions that is home to demons. It's basically the quote-unquote hells or the abyss of this universe. When I found out what happened to my sister, I was ready to make a deal with any power. If only I could just get her back. And I found such a power. I was contacted by the Arcanothean, the herald of the god Nethys himself. I'll throw that up there too. She promised she would return Canera to life, but on two conditions. First, we must both keep the arrangements a secret. Second, we would never be able to meet again. And so our new life began. Now we flee through the world, guarding our secret, always introducing ourselves as Casey to hide that there are two of us. And we switch places with each other, at random. While one lives, the other sleeps in a demiplane, one created specifically for us. So, Arcanothean, appearing as a woman-shaped cloud of swirling energy, the creature serves the Herald of Nethys, supernatural creature, often left to her own devices, when her master doesn't need her, her existence, that, okay. So basically just like a very strong kind of supernatural creature of Nethys. And you can't control these switches? No, we can't. They happen at random, most often while we're sleeping, but sometimes in broad daylight. That's why we can never stay in one place for long. When someone witnesses us switch, we usually tell them tales of a special magical way of traveling. But people start noticing strange things and begin figuring things out. Truth be told, I'm so tired of having to pretend. We knew this couldn't last forever, and now the truth is finally out. What's the point in all this? You reveal your secret to me, it means you broke one of the rules set by the deity's herald. Yeah. Yes. Will you make me regret this, Trish Beastcaller? I felt you might be someone who could help my sister and me change our fates. Okay, so what can I do then? Because I'm willing to help. I just need to know what I can do. Seems a little bit out of my level 5 capabilities currently. That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about. Canera was supposed to tell you of an ancient treasury that we've been looking for. Gold isn't the only thing of value in this place. It may contain an ancient relic taken by the Taldan raiders from the respected Kadiran Temple of Nethys. So that's just the people of Taldor, the region of Taldor. It's an unusual relic, called the Disc of the Eclipse. I once heard a beautiful story that it was created from the shadow that hides the sun and the moon. But I don't think that could be the truth. Nethys is the god of magic, who was once a mortal wizard, and relics from his temple are usually very powerful. There are many among his followers who think that solving the mysteries of magic, even rivaling their deity, is the best way to serve him. One such follower created the disc, long ago in a distant past. According to legend, it gave the owner control over planar travel, but only pairs of wizards bound by unbreakable ties could use it. While one of them traveled the planes, the other was his anchor in our world, and they could switch between. Do you see now why we so desperately wish to find the disc? It might help us understand how the switch between me and Canera works. And it should make our divine patron happy. Nethys and his assistants value the desire to understand the mysteries of magic above all else. Okay, so how did this disc come to be in the Stolen Lands? I suspect it's going to kind of go over the Taldan raiders, but let's see. It was brought here by the Taldans from the 5th Army of Exploration. Taldor and Kadira were enemies for ages. Thousands of years ago, a soldier broke into the Temple of Nethys and stole the relic to sell it, or secretly hoard it as an heirloom. Hundreds of years later, his own kin, or the kin of the 100th buyer, brought the disc to these strange lands, where the Taldans had come, uninvited as usual, and which they finally vanished from with little trace. Sometimes history is an intricate lace. You'd never guess where it begins and where it ends. Okay, so what about the location of this treasury? It was called Sorrowflow in the chronicle we read. It was once a Taldan town founded by the veterans of the 5th Army of Exploration. It stood on the shores of the turbulent river, and that was what destroyed it. One night, a terrible flood devastated the settlement, killing many and driving the rest to flee. Only the tower on the cliff remained, which was too high for the flood to reach. Water covered the ruins for a long time, but last year it receded. My friends found a chronicle which recounted the destruction of the city and spoke of the Disc of Eclipse, which was kept there. They managed to track down the ruins, but were frightened away by monsters and beasts that roamed the area. Okay, if this can help, I like Kalik and Canera. If this can help, I will agree to assist them. And for the sounds of it, they only want the disc, and I'll be able to get the remaining treasure. Kalik's sad eyes get a little warmer. Thank you. I will wait for you there at Sorrowflow. And please, let's explore the ruins together, just the two of us. I don't want to give myself away again in front of your companions. Breaking the Arcanothane's conditions once was enough. I have no wish to anger our god. So long. So we have two places that we have to go by ourselves. Sorrowflow, as well as the location of the Just Reward, where we have to meet the nymph. So maybe we take care of those, and then we come back and work on our settlement and kind of work on building up. our barony some after that. Do we have any supplies and rations? I'm not sure if we do. Does not look like it.
Quiet footsteps.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You know, no, I'm not a hunter. I don't have nature. Let's go and see if we can buy some supplies real quick from our vendor. Passive. You see a dark-skinned, wiry man with a weather-beaten face and a happy smile on his face. He's dressed luxuriously, and his dark hair and neat mustache are exquisitely coiffured. The man bows at you, spreading his arms a little. Passive from Absalom is happy to welcome you, Your Grace. Come, take a look at the best wares we traveling merchants have to offer. Please, come, take a look. Alright, let's see what you got, Passive. A bunch of magical stuff, it looks like. Very, very nice. Do you have any... Yes, you do have game progression. Let's just get 3, in case it takes me like 3 days out and about traveling. Just do it this way. Boom. Do that. And I think we're all set. What do I have equipped currently? Cloak, ring, dexterity, +1 leather, and the nymph's gift, and a keen sickle. Okay.
The way seems clear.
Against our better judgment, we're going to run off on our own. Look, we can finally get Jethal. We'll level her up when we get back. Alright, so let's take a look and see where we're supposed to be going.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
Alright, the overgrown pool, the river makes a sharp bend. Is that where we're supposed to be meeting? I think so. That's the bald hilltop. Ugh, that's really far away. That might be more than our one little trek out to... Hey, that's far away too. Holy crap. They don't like making it easy for me out on my own. Alright, so the good news is I am a summoner, so even if I am alone, I'm not really alone. I've got plenty of summons that I can do. So I guess let's head towards the Verdant Chambers. We'll do a quick save right here, just in case this is a bad idea. A ford across the Skunk River. We're gonna wait. We can enter that when we get back. We are gonna need to cross the river though, so let's cross it right here. Ruined Watchtower. Okay. We're exploring some areas. We're not going to go into any locations yet. I need to kind of come down this way. Yeah, there we go. No, don't go up that way. Come down. We're going down. Alright, we're going to go ahead and rest because we're exhausted. I'm not going to hunt because I can use rations. Instead, we're going to... I'm not good at camouflage either. Ugh. Point someone to stand watch. They'll sound the alarm if the camp is attacked. Maybe I will just go ahead and hunt. Successful hunt will bring you 0 to 1 rations. I have +14. Okay, let's just hunt. We'll see if we end up needing to use rations and such. Managed to find rations. Good. And hope we're not attacked. We're not attacked. Awesome. And come this way. It looks like it might be a straight shot. Alright, here we are. The Verdant Chambers. Let us see exactly what this is all about. See what the nymph has for us. Like we have quite a big area here.
Careful now.
What is my mobility? Not great. We could try it once, and if we fail, we can always go in through the front door, I guess.
Damn this silly thing!
Dang. What? Oh, it's a 22. Yeah, we're not going to be successfully doing that. Let's just drink a potion and go in through the front door. Drink a few potions. That's definitely what I meant. I'm gonna have to heal the bear though. So.
I always have the upper hand. Hesitation is a waste of time.
We're still down 6. I think we're gonna be okay. If we want, we can always come back and explore this area with our comrades later. Oh, Jonathan, you were asking me the other day if the lightning can strike you. The answer is yes, it can. I did have it strike me the other day. That token of a dryad. What that's
Quiet
worth.
footsteps.
Athletics, okay. Okay, well this looks extremely bad.
Oh, you did come. And alone, just as I asked. Do you know the brightest flowers also most poisonous?
I helped you. There's no honor attacking me. I cannot guess why you'd wish to attack the monsters, but I'm sure we can come to an understanding. What a surprise, a lonely meeting in an isolated place. It turns out to be an ambush. At least, tell me why you won't be dead. Was there a single word of truth in anything you told me earlier, or was every single word a lie? No surprise here. Our character doesn't like Fae, so we're,
Even if I wanted to tell you, you wouldn't understand. And if you could
careful, you're gonna get hit by lightning.
I certainly wouldn't tell.
Nymph looks away absent-mindedly, but turns to you again, her eyes blazing.
How many times have I seen countries and kingdoms arise from the dust, only to fall into dust once more? Thus will it be with your barony. For what is a barony without its baroness? This is how it must be. The stolen lands will remain no one's. Die or run. There is nothing you can change.
She doesn't want me to rule the stolen lands. Goodbye. Alrighty. I guess we're getting right into it. Okay, so this is the only thing that's actually engaged currently with us. It is a young Hydra. So maybe we can, let's move back over here. See if we can lure it over here away from the other things. The bear is going to kind of just hold off over here as well. And we're going to keep luring it over here, I think. Give it one more turn of moving. Because if the other things don't engage us, we might be able to do this as like a one-on-one fight. The bear's going to wait. And then we're going to do a summon nature's ally. Summon 1d3 mites. Alright. Then they're going to come in this turn, and then next turn they'll be raring to go. And it might take them another turn, but... just to be on the safe side, we'll go ahead and do another summon right. Actually, let's do a 5-foot step over this way. Keep me out of danger initially. And we'll summon a 4th Mite. Because I don't know how tough this guy's gonna be. We're fixing to find out though. We're fixing to find out very quickly if we're gonna be able to take this guy. He's got a lot of attacks, that's for sure. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of hit points. We might be able to do this. I can't charge in on him, but I could move up to him. Let's do that. If my summons can keep his attention, then we might be able to do this. Okay, let's go. I think we might be able to. He doesn't seem overly strong. And my dude's nice. Okay. So now we come over here. We get the attention of this owl bear.
I should have known better.
They're gonna go away soon, so I'm not worried about them. Is it a regular owl bear? Yeah. This could be potentially painful. Yeah, this guy's gonna be a little bit tougher. So maybe we go ahead and summon in 1d3 frogs. Oh, it's a kind of surprise turn, I guess. Let's just charge in. Nope, no charge here. Let's just wait, let the turn pass. Go in, swinging. Nice, get some good damage on him. Alright, now we can summon in some frogs. You know, I wonder if it was doing that because of the walkway up here. Ooh, they spotted something. Oh, there's a trap now. Okay, so we're going to want to avoid the trap. Good to know. Ow. There goes our bear. That is not what we wanted. Okay, so definitely seems like it might be a little dangerous, so let's throw in some more summons to help out the frogs. Nice, we got maximum summons for our mites, almost maximum for our frogs. Is an owlbear a beast? I don't know if it's considered an animal. I don't think it is. I think we're just gonna have to try to overwhelm this thing. I don't think I'm gonna be able to stand up to it in melee. We're gonna let all of our summons do the majority of the work. Alright, so I'm thinking we go ahead and use all of our summons that we can, and then we can cast Magic Fang on ourselves next, and then shift over into a wild shape. So we just go ahead and throw down some more frogs over here. That is not where those frogs were supposed to go. Okay, I guess we have frogs up there. Which means they're probably going to get us into more trouble. Okay, I'm liking the damage we get. I don't like the fact that our frogs are the ones taking it. Okay, so let's go ahead and past that. And then we can move over this way. Oh, okay. It's just a visual glitch. They are underneath it. They just visually appeared up there, I guess. Frog's just straight up walking off, jumping off cliffs over here. Alright. He is definitely not making our job very easy. We're gonna move up over to here. And we're gonna start to engage him. Okay, that was a good crit. Okay, I'm not happy that he's going after me. We're gonna back up 5 feet so we're out of melee. And we can just move back in 5 feet next turn. If we need to. There we go, okay. Alright, so we have cleared us a path. It doesn't look like there's anything to search. Oh, maybe. It's hard to tell. Oh no, that's my bear. My poor bear. So I think we're just gonna kind of make our way out and around. We've escaped this area, so I'm thinking... Okay, we have not escaped this area yet. That's kind of what I was worried about. I'm thinking this is probably something that we're not going to be able to really take on. Well, let's see. Yeah, this is okay, so we just need to load our game back before we went over there. I think it was our most recent quick save. Let's load this one. This is right before we left. We can level up Jethal, explore around a little bit, and then gain some experience and levels, and then come back and do that later. We may be able to actually go there with our whole party. That's something else that we can do. While we're exploring around, we can try going there.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
Alright, so we want Jethal. Well, first we want Amiri, Jethal, Tristan, Lindsay. And I think we're going to pick up Valerie as well. I think those are the ones that we're going to go with. But we need to go to our castle first because we have to get some gear out for Jethal because I don't think she has any. Can I check here? Let's see. She has just a regular scythe and chainmail. Let's go ahead and level her up while we're here. So, to stick with our kind of trend of having a bunch of minions running around, we're going to actually have Jethal level up as a sorcerer. And she's going to be an undead bloodline sorcerer because she's an undead. So it kind of fits her theme. And what does our team need? Amiri has athletics. Lindsay has mobility currently, so does Amiri. Trickery, Lindsay definitely has stealth. Arcana, Lindsay is working on, but Jethal does already have a little bit of kind of an input in there. Knowledge World could bump up some. Perception we definitely want. Everyone's getting perception for us. Religion, Christian has that. But it wouldn't be bad to have a second individual with it. I don't think we need persuasion. Use magic device, I don't really feel like we need. but Lindsay's also not bad with that. What if we could go with a knowledge world, just to have someone... Hey, how's it going, Brad? We're currently leveling up our undead Inquisitor. We're taking her into the Sorcerer Art, trying to figure out how we want to do our feat selection, or skill selection. I'm thinking, go ahead and keep the athletics. It's never bad to have multiple people who are good at athletics. And maybe we keep her within her expertise of Arcana. Or Religion. Arcana, she has a better plus, so we'll stick with Arcana. She'll help Lindsay out there whenever needed. She won't be our main Arcanist, but she will be able to help Lindsay out when needed. Alright, we are going to go Spell Focus Necromancy to help with both DCs as well as for other things later on. I think that's right. I don't think there's another... what's up, bud? Just dying to get up here. Oh. Our dog is dying to get up. Thank you for the kisses, bud. I don't think we're gonna need to do anything outside of the standard undead bloodline. I had the build saved, so I wanted to make sure that I was going with what I wanted to do. But now I can't seem to find the build that I want to follow. Okay, I can't seem to find the build that I had saved on my computer, but that's okay. We can always respec later if we need to. How's it going? Thanks for joining us, everyone. Alright, so we're gonna spell focus Necromancy for now. Later on, we'll probably pick up like some meta magic stuff. But we won't have to worry about that until later on down the road. Now we are going to focus on Necromancy stuff. There's not going to be a ton of early game damage potential here, I don't think. Especially since we don't have our point blank shot and precise shot yet. So we're just going to focus on grabbing something like a Ray of Enfeeblement initially, and just so we don't have to worry about the to-hit potential capabilities, we're going to go with Magic Missile, I think. And that'll get us all of our cantrips, Magic Missile, Ray of Enfeeblement, Spell Focus, Necromancy. Before I do this, I want to make sure that I don't get any... Okay, I think... Right, these are our... These are the feats that we get for a Sorcerer bonus feat. So... these are the feats that we're not going to want to take along our normal feat progression. So... we'll just keep that in mind. None of the meta magics, no elemental focus, combat casting, spell focus, or spell pin. We don't want to get those here. We're going to save them for these feat progressions. So at level 7, we'll probably grab something like a meta magic feat. Okay, we're good with that. We're going to keep going in Sorcerer. I don't think we're doing any Prestige class. We're just going to be focusing in Sorcerer here to follow the undead bloodline. So we're going to grab point blank shot because we are going to eventually need to get precise shot, which we'll be able to get at level 5. She also gets access to a lot of these kind of special abilities. So hopefully these will be able to help us out as well. We're going to grab point blank shot so she can get some bonuses for shooting her rays and other spells into melee. Throw in another sorcerer level. It's her level 4. Because she is a sorcerer, I believe she is... Let's see. Casting... She's not an Imperial sorcerer, so it doesn't come from Wisdom. It comes from Charisma. Wait, no. I was trying to see where it talked about her spell casting. It's cantrips, detect magic, proficiencies, Bloodline Arcana. Talk about there? No. Let me go back for a second, because it'll probably talk about it in the inventory section. Charisma. DCs for clerics, paladins attempting to harm undead. Bards, paladins, and sorcerers gain a number of bonus spells on their charisma. Minimum charisma needed to cast a bard, paladin, or sorcerer spell is 10 plus spell level. So we're going to need to start focusing our charisma. So she has a decent wisdom, but we're not going to really be able to make use of that, so we're going to focus on charisma. That's what we're needing to focus. This first point's not going to do a whole lot for us, but hopefully later on we'll be able to gain some benefits from that. We're going to grab the Ray of Sickening right there, just because that's another necromancy spell, and that's what we're focusing. I think our next spell that we're gonna grab going to be maybe either Corrosive Touch or Burning Hands. Does she have any kind of fire? Okay, she has Acid Splash, so we're gonna be okay as far as like regenerating creatures go. So maybe let's instead go with like something like Mage Armor, because as a sorcerer she's not going to be wearing armor. So now we have Magic Missile, which will be a good attack spell for us. Mage Armor, Raven Enfeeblement. We just got Call Sphere, which will be nice. That's all going to be well and good there. Alright, Sorcerer again. Grab some more skill points. Alright, so we don't have anything aside from our Ray of Enfeeblements and Ray of Sickening that's going to benefit from Precise Shot yet. So I'm thinking maybe we go down to... not that. Spell Specialization. We focused in Necromancy, so we'd have to choose a Necromancy spell. We could do Bone Shaker. Let's see. 2 levels. We're about to be level 6, so really 1 level before we could do that. Alright, yeah, we're going to grab Spell Specialization. At this level, we're going to gain access to spells like Bone Shaker. So Spell Specialization, each level we level up, we choose a new spell, or choose the same spell. And we get treated as being 2 higher levels for all casting variables. So Bone Shaker does 3d6 points of damage plus 1d6 points of damage per 2 cast levels. So we are currently a cast level 4 sorcerer. So that's 2 extra d6, but with Spell Specialization, we count as being 2 additional cast levels higher, so that gets us an additional d6. So that's going to be 66 damage right out the gates for a single target spell. So, and that's a 2nd level spell, so that's going to be really helpful. Downside is that does mean that we are kind of stuck in our decision for our spell here. We have to choose Bone Shaker, which isn't a terrible thing to be stuck into. So that's what we've got. We'll be doing 3d6 plus 1d6 for each additional 2 caster levels. Level 4 Specialization gives us another 2. Level 6, so 66 damage there. Alright, and that gets us to where we are for this. We do have the ability to wear actual armor. However, we do suffer from the arcane spell failure. So for now, we're not going to wear armor. We'll eventually get feats like arcane armor proficiency, which will reduce that spell failure. But we're still going to have to be very careful with it. So now we just need to go through and actually equip her and get her kind of decked out in the gear that she needs.
My instincts dull when I'm tired.
Alright, so let's go ahead and sort all of this. Put those up. Put those up. We'll throw those up for now. Alright, so bracers of armor. I think we have a scythe. Yeah, we have a +1 scythe, so because her deity is Urgatho and uses a scythe, she'll be proficient in scythes. And then armor, she's proficient in all of these technically, except for maybe the half plate, but we want her to be able to cast spells, so we're going to hold off on that. We're going to give her a ring of protection. She doesn't have a con because she is undead, so we're going to give her a belt of giant strength. We're going to snag that and that, mostly because we just don't have them equipped to anyone. We want to make sure that we get them equipped. Cloak of resistance for her, natural armor amulet for her. I think that might be everything that we need. Let's take a look and see how this will go. Alright, so weapons, +1 scythe, check. No armor for her. Natural armor amulet. Giant strength. +5 on mobility. We'll find out who our best mobility person is and we'll equip them with that. She's not wearing armor, so when we don't have mage armor cast on her, those bracers are going to help. We'll throw up the cloak, ring of protection, and what does this helmet do? +1 insight on attack rolls against flat-footed and flank foes. Does our main character have a helmet on currently? She does not, so let's give her that. Lindsay is our main primary ranged attacker, so we're going to give her the bracers of archery. And let's check out mobility. Lindsay has +6, our main character has +3, which will actually be +4 because we're fatigued. +1 for Tristan. Amiri +9. +2 for her. And it looks like that's it. So I think we go with Amiri, just to kind of stack up all the bonuses. So Amiri should be at +14. Yep. And that'll give us a very good, solid mobility person. Alright. So let's rest, and then we will venture out and explore a little bit of the Stolen Lands. Oh, we're waiting for the bear. Alrighty. Venturing off. We don't need any of this other stuff. No, I think we're good. So we are ready to venture out, I think. So we're going to take Amiri, Jethal, Tristan, Lindsay, and now we have to decide. These are going to be our main characters. I don't really feel like sharing experience with any of these guys currently, so I might just leave it at 5 of us for now, which I think would be fine, which will also give us a little bit more experience as a whole. So, we'll leave it at 5 for now. Alright, and just to make sure that I'm remembering that correctly, go to difficulty. Only active companions receive experience. We're going to turn that on. That now, only the 5 of them will receive experience. Alright, so here we go. We'll go to the Bald Hilltop eventually because we do still have to wait for the curse. So we'll eventually go to that. We'll start at the ford across the Skunk River. And we'll head there. And we're just going to go through and make our way through the Stolen Lands, exploring it, venturing out, so to speak. Let me make sure that yeah, I did kind of throw off all of our marching order. Okay, so we're going to have me and Amiri in front, and then behind Amiri. We're going to have her companion. Behind me, we're going to have my companion. We'll then have Lindsay, because Lindsay is our buffer. We're going to space some of this out a little bit, I think. We don't want to be too close, but we don't want to be too far either, so... Alright, I think that's probably going to be good. Close enough, at least. Now we're not going to be all on top of each other. We're just going to explore some of these areas.
Yo, I want a bear.
I have a bear.
Quiet footsteps. They should have known better.
I have a bear and like a little saber-toothed tiger. Let's start by trying out her new spell, Bone Shaker. It did not seem as powerful as I was expecting it to be. Oh, okay. We just rolled really terrible. 66, becoming 9 damage. Oh, he did make the saving throw, so he did half it. So we did 18. Still, that seems very, very low. There's the other wolf. Thought I saw a wolf over here. Oh well.
Serves you right.
Get some sneak attack damage. And we'll just move her over to the side. There's the other wolf that I saw. How's it going, Brad?
Your death awaits.
Not bad, just hanging out. Watching you fight some wolves.
Fight some wolfies. So Tristan is going to fire off the magic missiles. So the good thing about Tristan and how we have him built is he's going to have a ton of different spell slots that he can use. So we're not going to be able to run out of spells too quickly for him. There we go. That was a better roll. He also failed to save, so.
I'll loot your corpse.
We're gonna have the saber-tooth tiger attack with our big giant two-handed barbarian friend, because they have feats that help them out.
You deserved it.
Tear them apart!
Skin the wolves, and collect the skin and the meat. All in a day's work taming the stolen land. How's it going, everyone that's joining us? We are currently exploring the stolen lands. We just got our barony. Playing some Pathfinder Kingmaker. We do play Pathfinder Kingmaker every Tuesday and every Thursday. So if you want to try to make the streams, we start around 7:30ish, and we go until about 10 to 10:30 or 11, just depending on the day. We also have streams every Sunday where we currently play some Diablo 3. But it's a time where I just kind of sit down with my dad and we play whatever games we're feeling like. We're currently playing through the campaign of Diablo 3, and we'll kind of decide where we want to go from there. On Sunday afternoons, we sometimes have D&D games that we stream, and then we also have
Quiet footsteps.
D&D on Mondays as well. So most of those happen in the evening, around 7 start time. The D&D on Sunday usually starts in the afternoon, which I think is around 12 or 1 start time. So if any of that stuff kind of sounds interesting, feel free to drop by and have a look. Across the Skunk River. There's not a whole lot going on this location. Oh, I left something out there. I left mushrooms. I'll be sure to get those mushrooms before we leave.
They dare threaten me.
Kobolds. Can I kill one of these before they get the kobolds? I want the kobolds to myself. More experience for me if I get the kobolds to myself. Please stop killing the kobolds. That kobold's almost dead. He's also almost dead. Let's just throw a magic missile, I think. Make sure we kill him.
Go!
Move up and engage this guy, so hopefully he won't attack the kobold.
Stab their backs.
And he did not. Excellent. And then Lindsay is not going to be able to attack anyone. She's just going to have to move up, unfortunately. Charge the guy? No. Charge him, but that's not going to help.
They go down!
I think I'm going to lose one of the kobolds. Dang it. Oh, wait, maybe we still got it. Oh, we did still get some experience for it. Okay. I'm no longer worried about losing the kobolds. I did not think we would get experience if they killed him. We'll... see. 5-foot step over. I'm still not going to be able to quite get it. That's okay. We'll just finish this guy off. I was hoping to be able to get my additional attack over on this guy, but not quite. fire off those magic missiles.
Repent!
Fire a shot.
Cover me!
Any last wishes?
Righty. Easy peasy. In the wolves.
Unworthy.
Go and loot the box. A soot blackened brand. And galt something. What kind of recipe was that? Let's see. Galt ragout. Butter, mushrooms, and fowl. We shall learn the recipe.
Careful now.
Is there a way to get up here? Yes. Got
Quiet
a Torax
footsteps.
pendant. Something that a collector will want. Antique collector. Which we haven't talked with him yet, but the blind elf that came and just kind of took up residence in our throne room, he's our antique
Precisely.
collector. So we
Can you
will,
make an epic pose? I need
in the very
inspiration.
near future, talk with him and sell all of our antiques and such. Let's try to kill this
This
guy.
is where I step in.
Not quite enough. Oh, that's an alpha wolf. Lindsay's gonna back up. We're gonna move up over here. I don't think we're gonna be able to reach the alpha wolf yet. No, not quite. I think instead we're gonna try to hold. Oh, dominate him. Okay. We're gonna hold this one, or attempt to. But he made his will save. It was a DC 16. He needed a 13 and he rolled a natural 20. Ouch. Okay, we should be able to finish it off. Yep, there we go. Finish that wolf off.
Bring it!
Charge in. Barrel move in, maybe. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Maybe attack him? I don't know if he's close enough. He is not close enough to attack him. They are really not fans of Lindsay. Bone Shaker, the Alpha Wolf, I think. Fortitude plus 10. It's probably gonna make it, but you know. We'll give it a shot anyway. Yeah, he made the save, but he at least took some damage. Lindsay, I think, is going to delay, so that we can hopefully kill one of these guys. We're going to dominate the Alpha Wolf, hopefully. Nope, he made the save. So no domination there. Could just Burning Hands everyone. Don't think that would be the best thing to do, though. Little magic missile. The little wolf instead. Finish off the little wolf, and that just leaves the alpha wolf for us. Amiri only gets one attack, so she'll circle around behind to give a flank to everyone. Let's let Lindsay stand up. She'll get hit, but she can now walk away. And then she can fire. Let's fire a Raven Feebleman, I think. See if we can reduce his strength. So he made a save, so he still loses some, but it's half as much. Let's see. I did hit saving throw. I don't know how much the Raven Feet one did save, but I know it did still reduce his strength a little bit. I just don't know about how much.
Wretched things.
This one subject strength score cannot draw a successful fortune save. Reduces the penalty by half. This penalty does not stack with itself. Apply the highest penalty instead. So for 4 rounds, his strength is reduced anywhere from 2 to 7, but it's divided by 2, so somewhere between 1 and 3, basically. But don't know which one. Good damage in there. Yeah, let's just charge him. Can't charge, we can just move in and attack. And miss. Not cast. We're not offensive.
They go down!
Got it. Alright, we loot and skin the wolves, including the alpha. Up here, skin that wolf. Loot that tree trunk, which gave us a ring of protection.
That's easy.
Doesn't look like we can do anything over there. That's about as far as we can go down that way. The rest of the map looks like it's kind of cut off. So we'll go and get our mushrooms that I said we'd come back and get, and then we shall head back to the trail. Oh, we saw something else over here. We got a shard of a knight's bracer and some mushrooms. That is the ford across the Skunk River. I think we go ahead and connect all this over here first, and then we can kind of explore the Gnarl Marches. Overgrown pool. So let's go and take a look at the overgrown pool. Got some herbs. Before we
Right here,
continue,
my friend.
let's go ahead and heal up a little bit. Use our healing fire. And go ahead and use our bless. Because a Miri
I will not be trifled with.
What you want?
can also cast bless for us.
Baroness sentence.
Gonna save here. Something's happening here. Korax. A group of hardy people with axes, most likely lumberjacks, are menacing a fragile Nixie. 2 lumberjacks stand before her, relaxed, disconnected. Okay. Looked like for a second I got disconnected from Twitch. Lumberjacks stand before her, relaxed and disconnected. The lead lumberjack shakes his fist at the Nixie and yells, "Let them go, you swamp freak! If you don't, I'll burn this rotten grove to the ground, on my word." Melians. "You're the freaks, and my name is Melians. Thank you very much. If you keep being rude like this, I'll just drown these jumbos in the lake. Understand?" Noticing you, the lead lumberjack grins and waves. "You there! You seem a capable sort. Interested in some coin? Name's Korax, and we're loggers here in the forest. We could use your help in freeing our people from this Gorgon's claws." Lindsay says that we should help her. No, them. I don't know. Why can't people in Fae live in peace? Jethal speaks up. The Nixie has better chances at winning. Jethal taps her chin amused. Let's find out if I'm right. What's going on here? We were minding our business, cutting these trees and splitting logs, when this hag shows up out of nowhere, screeches at us, then jinxes 2 of ours, and threatens to drown them. With these Fae breeding like rabbits everywhere, what's an honest, hard-working man to do? Stupid Jumbo. You're the ones who breed like rabbits, spreading into more and more space. We've lived here since forever. I've grown these trees for more than 100 years. Know them down to the tiniest leaf. And then you show up with your stupid axes to ruin everything. Let them go, millions. These people have families. Try to reason with loggers. Listen to me, people. Solve the problem by force. You know what? To hell's with it. And then neutral, leave. I have no interest. We're not huge fans of Fae, just based on our character's background. We're probably not going to side with the Fae very often. Let's see. Try to reason with the loggers. Alright.
Yeah, screw the Fae.
Yeah, screw them. We're going to see if the loggers will listen to some reason. Maybe we can come to a peaceful agreement without completely siding with the Fae. Loggers exchange glances, holding their hand on their axes. The forest is big. I'm sure you can find other trees to fell. Quarreling with Fae is more trouble than it's worth. You've no idea how powerful and thin-skinned they can be, or intimidate them. I'm the Baroness of these lands, rightful ruler of the realm, and I haven't granted anyone logging rights in this forest. You should leave it out. Alright, so I guess our diplomacy, which is one of our better options here, has the best kind of argument of not siding with the Fae, but also getting them to leave. So let's try that. Nice. Lumberjacks look at the Nixie with suspicion. Melians makes a scary face as she stretches her webbed hands out towards Korax, wiggling her fingers. Ooh! Alright. It's not like we were dead set on this grove in the first place. She gives us back our people. We'll leave the place in peace. On my word. Melians, they'll leave this place and never return. Please release the hostages. Oh, sure. And who's going to bring back my trees, then? They come in here, smash everything in sight, and then just leave? No deal. Fix what you broke, then maybe I'll let them go. How are we supposed to restore a tree that's already been cut down? Think of your situation, millions. These people are willing to leave in peace. Asking for much more could prove dangerous. Let's intimidate the Fae. I don't really feel like we're in any kind of dangerous situation here. I mean, I guess potentially 2 commoners could drown, but, you know, they're not members of my party, so... And we succeeded. Nice. The Nixie pouts her lips. You mean stinky, stupid, jumbos? Bug off! Sobbing, the Fae dives into the lake. There we go. Didn't have to side with the Fae, and we resolved it all peacefully, and we got 1,500 experience for it. Well, thank you kindly. I was already thinking that there was going to be blood. I believe I was promised compensation for my efforts. Heck yeah, give me that. An additional 270 experience. Nice. I never go back on my word. Take this. Thank you for helping us. Alright. Got a token of a dryad there. And it looks like we got some wolves. We'll go ahead and inspire courage.
Go on.
Might be able to take them out before they even go. Yep, there we go. search around the area. Got some more gold. Nice. That's everything that there is going to be here.
The ways.
So we'll just head out. I can't leave from this side. I have to go back over here. Running back and forth, back and forth. Jonathan, if you're still here, I did also find out today you can cancel your movement in combat. You just have to press escape. So, and I think I had to press it like twice before it canceled. So just know that. If you want to cancel like a movement you didn't mean to do, just quickly press escape a couple times. Alright, so let's keep exploring the Gnarl Marches, or Marshes. The North Gnarl Marches. Just quickly do that, then come back down, then loop around, and we've completed it all. There's someone on the road. Get ready. A lot going on up there that I'm not sure I'm ready to get myself involved with. A branded troll, some bandits, and then there's some bandits throwing bombs over there. Alright. Guess let's get involved.
You cannot stand against me.
Oh, that's a lot of trolls. Yeah, take out the trolls, my man. Okay. I don't really have much in the way of spells for this, but you know, trolls evil. I think they're evil. We're gonna pretend they're evil and hope that this does damage and not heal them. Okay, nice. They're evil. Oh, nice. They got one of the trolls. Okay. My whole thing is that if we can get the trolls, I can handle the bandits. So I'm gonna help them with all these trolls first. I think this branded troll is the biggest issue, so we're gonna get them. We're going to bless everyone. And then we're gonna move up over here. Get a nice engagement there. And then we'll rage next turn. I don't know if trolls can be affected by hideous laughter. We're gonna find out next turn, I think. Get a charge? No. We'll just move up and attack. We don't have a lot of spells that we can do. But my concern is that my summons aren't going to attack the bandits, which will leave me to deal with the trolls. We're gonna hope that's not the case. Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for joining the stream. We're currently fighting some trolls with some bandits. Enemy of my enemy is my friend kind of thing. You can make a melee touch, a snare action. That becomes shaken for a number of rounds. Okay, it's not into a whole lot for us right now. We're gonna move up for now, and then we're gonna throw an acid splash at him. That'll prevent him from killing this turn at least. Alright, Tristan. See if we can finish off that troll right there so he doesn't get back up. There we go. Okay. Okay, that hurt me. That was very rude. Good sir. Okay. Kerplow. Alright, so I'm thinking we rage. And these are just 2 regular trolls, one of which has already been injured. So I'm thinking we charge the Necromancer to start dealing with the other side of things. Lindsay can delay after the frogs to hopefully get some sneak attacks. We'll have the bear help out with this troll. Kind of like a balancing act, trying to make sure that everyone gets the help that they need in this fight. I definitely feel like the trolls could overpower and kill me. The bandits, I don't really feel like they can, but I don't want them to run out of targets and start attacking me too quickly. And since I think the trolls are going to start targeting me anyway, we're going to have an Alchemist Hideous Laughter. That'll take the Alchemist out of the fight for me. Try this. Unfortunately. There goes the last bandit that's engaged with him. So now we just need to really get on killing these guys. Go over here. Then Christian. This was a very dumb idea for Tristan. Okay, I can do it with targeting the frog. I'm okay with that. Okay, cool. He's blinded. I'm cool with that as well. Alright, you've served your purpose. You can die. Okay, I guess you can't die yet. You'll die after that. After next turn, hopefully. We're gonna leave the blinded troll to be blinded. We're gonna try to take out the other troll. He's the threat. We're gonna summon some more mites to help us out. Try to overwhelm them with numbers. Okay, I don't need you going after them. I need you going after the trolls, please. That is not what I was really hoping for, but here we are. Let's see if trolls can get affected by this. Heck yeah, there we go. So we've got the blind troll, and then this one's not able to do anything because he's laughing on the ground. We love it. Just to make sure he doesn't heal, we're gonna throw Acid Splash this way. And move over this way. That's why we love the blinded. Now, Trish, just back away over here. And I think we're okay with just throwing Acid Splash over at this guy to prevent the healing. He's still laughing on the ground. We'll go ahead and see if this guy can get some damage on him. Might finish him off. Yeah, there we go. We're we're down to 1 troll and then the 2 casters.
Tear them apart!
Okay. Alright, I think we've got this one fairly comfortably in the bag. This is just the 1 caster now. Jonathan, were you here earlier when I was talking about canceling movement in combat? Late game, it's less about them dealing damage and more about them taking hits for you. Early game, they're a good source of like some additional damage, but late game, they definitely die a little too quickly. As far as the canceling movement in combat, if you press escape, it will cancel your movement, but I've noticed that I had to cancel it several times for it to work, so you may just have to
You forced my hand.
do a few presses of the escape button if you're ever trying to cancel something. Alright. That could have been a very dangerous encounter for us, and we managed to get out relatively unscathed. So, I'm okay with that. The only reason I mentioned it was because I did it earlier yesterday, and it canceled it for me. But I had to hit it like 2 or 3 times, so just try hitting the escape button next time. But you have to be quick with it. I think it only cancels it if, like say you accidentally move too far. Yeah, the mites do kind of look like a Yoda from behind. Say you're trying to cancel movement. I don't think it'll cancel a full, like, action worth of stuff. So if your movement's 30 and you accidentally move 50 feet, if you don't cancel it before the first 30 feet is up, then I think it'll finish out the 50 feet. Because the first 30 feet is your quote-unquote move action. So I think it like sets a cancel at the end of each action. If that makes sense. We're gonna finish exploring this area.
May we have a moment of respite?
And kind of come up along this way. We'll hit the river and then we'll kind of circle around, probably. I don't feel like going off into Glenbourne yet, so we're just going to kind of have this river be our border. There's a mysterious shrine there. I don't think it's going to let us go to it yet. We're going to go until we're all exhausted, and then we'll venture and rest after that. I don't think I can claim this yet. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't actually claimed the region Glenbourne, so I'm not going to be able to claim that. So everyone is exhausted, so I think we're going to go ahead and rest. Make sure that we have everything after. Christian is not a very good cook. We don't really have a good cook currently. Let's do that, and I guess Amiri will cook for us. That's a little bit of a scary thought, Amiri cooking. But at least the cooking portion isn't something that can actually mess us up. What does sharpening the weapons do? Miri sharpens her weapons, increasing their damage by +1 for the first battle within the next 12 hours. The effect extends to +1 additional battle for every 4 levels and gains after the 3rd level. Okay, what does Undead Guardians do? Come to protect Urgathos. Chosen for allies, they cannot be used as guard shifts, but will fight on the party's side in case of attack. Kind of interesting. Let's do that. Because they're both pretty good at perception. And then if we are attacked, in case Lindsay fails to camouflage, we'll have some additional allies. So, we'll do that. We'll begin resting.
I wonder, is it the constant cold that makes northern barbarian brains work so slowly? Or is it that the tribes are so secluded that they've become incestuous?
I wonder too. Our old ones start drooling around 90. But you elves live for hundreds of years. How much idiocy do you save up in your heads over the ages?
Good old little back and forth between the party. We'll probably explore for a little bit longer before wrapping the stream up. This looks like it's kind of all stuff that we have not explored and expanded our kingdom for. Over here is where our kingdom border is. We've spotted enemies. We must fight. I have no idea how old she is. That's a very good question. Being an undead, she could totally be even older than that. Alright, so we got a giant spider here.
Stay on your toes.
I say we just go ahead and throw up some frogs up over here to help us. Let Amiri do a
One
bless.
shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry it. Scared? You should be.
We got another spider over there.
They go down!
Another one there. We got 3 spiders, it looks like. 4 spiders. We don't do it often enough. We'll go ahead and wild shape. We'll shift over into our wolf form. We'll come around so our bear can get a flank on this person. Saber kitties, let's go after that guy. Get 2 more attacks on this guy to the right. We'll throw a magic missile on that guy. Nice. Another one. This is not what we... Okay, this was actually a lot more spiders than I was expecting. They don't have a great fortitude. I think it's only like a DC 16, so it's a 50-50 shot. Let's see. Nice. That almost killed him, so that's good for us. Okay, so there, that helped. Okay, there's a ton of spiders here. We were not ready for this.
Bring it!
We're going to move 5 feet over here. I feel like we've walked into like a spider's nest. Alright, go frogs, go. Get them. Alright, Lindsay, you're up. Let's have you go for that guy.
Wishes?
Okay. And then we'll just back you up a little bit more. Let him attack that one first, try to kill it. And 3 more attacks on this greater giant spider. Kill it, nice. Throw a spell at that one back there. Slowly but surely we're working through these guys. Nice, we got another good one in. The DC 15 though.
Tear them apart!
Okay, Mirror made her save, so still no poisons, that's good. Okay, let's move over to here. And then bite this guy. Yes, nice. Need people to start hitting. That would be very helpful.
This is where I step in.
Be extremely helpful if we could start hitting. I guess we'll go after this guy over here. Yes, again, nice. I don't want to magic missile him, that'd be a waste. I guess let's just try to acid splash. Okay, I probably should have magic missiled. We can't hit to save our lives at this point. Okay, so the bear's going to attack before that guy, so we're okay there. Then, see if we can help Amiri kill this guy. No, Amiri's definitely not killing that guy. Okay, I was going to say if that bear misses. What happens if you play an evil character? As far as I'm aware, nothing. I mean, you still have the same kind of storyline and everything, I believe, but so you can totally make a bunch of evil choices throughout the playthrough and have a quote-unquote evil playthrough, I guess. But I think the overall story and everything remains the same. I don't think that changes.
Serves you right.
Okay, come on. There we go. I was about to say. Alright, we can probably magic missile him.
Go on.
Yep, there we go. Nothing to loot, just a bunch of experience for us. How are we doing level-wise? Ooh. Okay, let's see here, it's 10-10. We'll get to level 6. And that's where we'll call it. With level 6, we'll level up, and we'll have the stream end right after leveling up there. Just because we're so close. We're like 500 away. That's like one more encounter or one more fight like that. So, shouldn't be too difficult to get. That's going to be our plan. Brown bald head. We'll go there. That'll probably get us the level that we need. We got a good bit of exploring done this session. We will probably start to make our way back at the start of next. Oh, I'm still a wolf. Oh, Jesus. Okay. I was like, where's my character? I didn't realize I was a wolf for that long.
What for Gorum?
Dogs are getting antsy. They're probably gonna need to go out soon anyway, so. There's more wolves. I've been tripped. She's been tripped.
Hey, bring it!
That wolf didn't know what hit him. Okay, I really need them to stop attacking my character. Level 7, level 5. Alright, we're gonna go for the dire wolves because they're lower level technically. They're gonna be a little bit easier to kill. Stop tripping us! We need to be able to stand up, please! Oh, there's a lot of wolves here. This might not end well. They have a +7, so they're probably gonna make the save. Let's hope they don't, though. Oh, they did not. Nice. That's gonna help us out a lot. Alright, so healing time. We're going to... God, I have to try to get up. Like, that's just, yeah. I knew that was going to happen, but I had to try because they were going to attack me twice anyway, so... Alright, Amiri. Teach him a lesson. Here we go. These are the 2 higher level ones. Let's target this one first. Okay. Alright, Amiri, Saber-Toothed Tiger. Please hit. Alright, you know, I'll take it. Close. Good enough for us. This bear is gonna die, but let's stand up. Yep. Oh my god, he's alive. Okay, try to kill that guy. There we go. The real MVP right there. We're going to ear-piercing freak this guy, maybe? Can't daze any of them. Ear-piercing shriek gives us at least a chance of dazing. We'll do that. He made his save, so no daze. We can do it. Let's take him out. Or at least try to. Okay, as long as that bear is up, we're A-okay. Move there. Alright, and we're gonna Burning Hands this way because that'll hit the one that's almost dead and it'll hit the other one. And name of the game right now is getting damage out. They did not do enough. That's unfortunate. Alright, so here's... Oh god dang it. I did not mean stand up with her. Oh well. We'll, doesn't really matter, I don't think. We'll attack this alpha. Okay. Alright, so we get 5 attacks. We're gonna finish that guy off for sure. If we can hit. There we go. And then attack this other one 2 more times. Okay. Big boy on campus. Ooh, let's do that. See if we can help finish off this alpha, maybe. God, Lindsay. We're just gonna
You
fire.
deserved it.
Stop tripping us, Jesus. Not looking good. I could heal and maybe keep Lindsay alive, or I could take out the alpha, which is the next strongest individual. Let's do that. Let's take out the alpha. That gets rid of several some attacks. And he's like the strongest one. So, we'll move back over this way. So characters down. Amiri's gonna stand up and not take a hit because he's already attacked.
Bring it!
Okay. We'll finish off this guy. The bear is going to attack this one. Okay, he hit with that other one that he might have actually. Lindsay is going to delay. Simply for the fact that I don't think we're going to be able to, but we can try to keep her from dying. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter. Whatever.
What a miserable last chapter.
We'll go ahead and heal, because that'll get some healing all around the board, and it'll also get our next character up. Lindsay is still probably going to die, so we're going to keep her on the ground for now, just so that she doesn't outright die. Then we're going to move over to here. We've got plenty of people attacking that one, so we'll finish the other one. Go over to here and attack there. And miss. Lindsay, you're still good, just delaying. Just keep calm. Attack there. Nice. Now who's this guy going to attack is the question. Gonna miss. It was definitely still on Lindsay though. The little hit or miss there for a little while, but I think we've got it under control now. When everyone started going down, it made me worry a little bit, but we should be good now. Alright, Lindsay, you're just gonna risk it.
I should withdraw for a time.
And then you're gonna run away.
They go down!
Alright, there we go. Get a bunch of wolf pelts. Keep exploring. What we are gonna do, we're gonna go and finish healing up. Probably gonna end up using all of these. Lindsay, one more.
Just letting the ink
That's
dry.
nice. Lindsay can then Cure Light Wounds herself.
Yes.
Cure Light Wounds
Yes.
my character, and we're good to go. Nice. Hey, thanks for joining us, guys. We're trying to get our characters level up. We're only about 175 experience away. We're getting very, very close. This poor lad was smashed against a stone with tremendous force. Whatever killed him, much larger and stronger than a wolf. Hence why we had dire wolves and alpha wolves here. This lad couldn't have been much past 16. His blood-stained face, mask of horror. It seems this poor sods met their death. As they tried to escape, their armor and weapons are in poor condition. Poor condition, but they still sell, so we still take them. Looks like it's pretty much everything. We'll head on back out into the wilderness. Keep making our way back towards town.
May we have a moment of respite?
Keep on going this way, I think. bandit camp there. Always go back towards that. And that gets us back to our ford across the Skunk River, which is a nice, easy way to get back to town. If we go this way, we'll be able to get back into our main kingdom. We'll take a look at some of our kingdom things if we need to do anything. No events. We've still got that happening, and I don't think there's anything else for us to do other than claiming the outskirts, but we can do that at a later date. So nothing else to do in the temple, or in the kingdom right now. Okay, we're all exhausted, so we're going to stop and rest. Everyone's exhausted except for the undead elf, that is.
Hey, book kid. Want to hear a story about hunting a saber-toothed owlbear? That was a good hunt.
A saber-toothed owlbear? But Amiri, owlbears don't have teeth. They have beaks.
Dang, she told Amiri. A lone house. Remember, we're just trying to go until we reach level 6. Once we reach level 6, we'll probably save and take a moment there to wind things down. We'll probably finish up this house area just to make sure that we don't forget to next time, but sweet syrup. Look at that. Got some sweet syrup. Looks like we got some bandits, a bandit leader even.
I do things
We'll throw up
my way.
Throw up some mites over here. Just
Here
What troubles you?
Request.
Adventures call to them.
They should have known better.
oh, it's like a troll, it looks like. Okay. Okay, I don't like how they're immediately targeting my person over here. It's not very fun. So Raven people maneuver on this guy. There we go, so he's gonna get hit hard with it. What ability did he use? Looks like an enlarged person. Okay. Go and rage, try to take him out as quick as possible so the enlarged doesn't have a chance to do much. Let's see. He has a +6. His strength's now +1. I don't know what it was beforehand. It was an 18 beforehand, so we brought it down all the way down to a 12 or a 13, so that helped out a lot. The Raven people did. And I just skipped Lindsay. Of course I did. Throw up some mites. Get some good damage on him. He's got a lot of hit points. So what's his fortitude, do we think? He's got 22 cons. That's at least a +6. And he's a fighter, so fortitude's gonna be his main thing. So I'm thinking since we only have 3 rounds of this Raven Enfeeblement, well, that's strength, that's not fortitude based. Maybe we just target some of these guys back here because they're gonna have a lower fortitude in general. Yeah, let's do that. We'll target this guy. Yeah, there we go. That almost killed him. Our poor cat.
Bring it!
Get some good damage on him. Okay, I don't appreciate him throwing bombs at us, but you know, it's okay.
Any last wishes?
I don't think I have any kind of offensive stuff over here now. So we're just going to, I think... Can't really charge in, but...
Your death awaits.
Yeah, there we go. Get a little bit of damage on him. Come on. We just need to hit him a couple more times. So what we're gonna do with Tristan, we're gonna make sure that we kill this guy. We're gonna magic missile him. And then with our saber-tooth dude, we're gonna try to finish off this guy. Come on, we need one more hit. God dang it. Alright, I can't afford him to keep hitting us, so we're gonna magic missile him. There we go. We're gonna attack this bandit. The rest of these guys look like they're relatively easy. I say as they blast our entire group.
This is where I step in.
And miss.
I'll loot your corpse.
Miss. We're gonna 5 feet away just to get out of danger. Because if I go down, all of our mites go away too. So we're gonna want to make sure that we keep them alive. All right, bear time. We'll have the bear go after the Raven Enfeeblement guy, because he'll get 3 attacks. Yep. Easy peasy there. Christian will heal, because Amiri and my character are low. And then he'll move up and around. Finish this guy off. Try to get that guy with our bone shaker. A little bit, not a whole lot. We'll stop raging so that at the end of this round we'll be fatigued, but we only have one more person, so we should be okay.
Serves you right.
Stab their backs.
Hopefully our guys can finish this guy off. Oh no, we're not gonna get him. Our bear might be able to. Or not. We'll throw a bone shaker at him. Just to finish him off. Nice, and we leveled. So that got us to the level that we needed. Statue of a troll you realize is a rock troll caught in direct sunlight turned to stone. Alright, so we're going to do a quick save here before anything else. No. Y'all stay over there. We're just bringing Lindsay up to us. Alright, and we're going to level everyone up. So first and foremost, Jethal, sticking with Sorcerer. I think we're going to get some additional really nice spells now. Take a look. Spell specialization, we're still going to go with the Bone Shaker, just because it's still going to be very helpful for us. We'll stick with Bone Shaker probably for a while, until we can start getting some other really nice spells. We're going to grab Ray of Sickening, just because that's another Necromancy spell. That gets us both all 3 of the Necromancy spells for level 1. So we're good there. Level 2, I'm thinking I might go with a Sensed Vitals. It kind of gives her a almost sneak attack ability. But I'm also thinking maybe go with Scare. Thinking of our options currently. I don't want to go with things like Bull Strength and Cat's Grace because that's single target, and later on we'll be able to get a Bull Strength Mass or Cat's Grace Mass or things like that. That'll give us a larger area for that. And she's going to be mostly focused on like summoning in skeletons and buffing her skeletons and buffing the party. So I'm thinking we might do like a protection from alignment. Gives bonuses to saves and bonuses to AC. And, bonuses to AC and bonuses to saves against a particular type of alignment. And I feel like fairly often we could either do chaotic or evil. And that would cover most of the things that we fight. I'm thinking either that or the Sense Vitals, and I think I'm going to go with the Protection from Alignment. Just because that's a buff that I can give everyone right now. So, we're going to do that. That will finish her up. So now we have 7 first level spells, 5 second level spells. That's going to give us plenty of castings. We'll do my character next, sticking with Druid. We can now turn into a leopard or a small elemental. So we're going to go with athletics still, nature, perception, and persuasion. I think Lindsay is still the, like, persuasion queen, but we're going to definitely be working on getting that up for us because there's going to be a lot of persuasions that we're going to have to do that's going to be focused around us. So after all, we are a Baroness now. We're going to have to be able to persuade and deal with the politics. So we've got all of our wild shapes. Alright, Amiri. So Amiri is... we have to pull up the guide that I have saved on my computer. I did build out this for us. Alright, so I think we're still probably going to be going Huntsmaster, because that's what is giving her the animal companion. We're going to do that. Athletics, mobility, trickery, nature, perception. Kind of thinking I might have should have gone like world with one of these people, but it is what it is. Favored enemy. What do we have so far? Do we have a favorite enemy? We don't. I could do humans potentially. I could do monstrous humanoids. I think I'm gonna do humans. We're still gonna encounter bandits. We're gonna encounter cultists at some point, I'm sure. I feel like humans is just a good safe bet. I know that we're gonna be encountering trolls in the very near future, but I feel like choosing that simply based on that is a little short-sighted. So we're going to go with humans because I think that's just gonna cover us for a large subset of people. Oh, but that's not elves and stuff specifically. That's just humans. Yeah, we're still gonna do humans. The majority of the races are gonna be human anyway, so we're gonna stick with human. Now this is kind of up to me. We've been using her as kind of like a buffer. I'd like to say let's go with invisibility, but I don't think I want to get that. We have Cure Moderate Wounds. Maybe I grab Inflict Moderate Wounds, because currently we don't have many people who can heal Jethal, because Jethal does not heal from Tristan's healing aura kind of thing. Or go with Effortless Armor. Reduce armor check penalties for her, which will help out with her mobility and athletics, situations like that. Yeah, let's grab that, actually. We can always grab Inflict Wounds later. Or we can just buy scrolls or wands of it, and she can use the scrolls or wands on Jethal. And Jethal can use the scrolls and wands on herself, too, so... Worst comes to worst, we can buy scrolls and stuff. They aren't hard to come by. And I can always have Lindsay pick it up as well, so... Alright, so Tristan. We're still working towards Mystic Thurge, which means I think we're going to have to go with a Sorcerer for him. Yeah, level 6, it looks like we're still going to be going Mystic Thurge according to the guide that I saved. We're gonna... we do need to bump Arcana up one more, because we have to have 3 points in Arcana to go Mystic Thurge. And then... grab Religion and Perception as well. That's going to be what we go with. Spell Specialization. I think we're probably just going to keep it the same Magic Missile. That's not going to ever be a... There's not going to ever be a downside of that. That's just getting us a free Magic Missile. I think I'm going to go with Raven Feeblement as well. That can definitely help us out. Because that's one of those, as long as I hit, it doesn't matter if they make their save, they're still getting affected. But I think we're going to do that. That's going to be Tristan. And then the last one is Lindsay. And I think we're just going to go Bard again. Because we're going to be working towards Eldritch Knight. And we really got the Rogue for the Frightening ability and the Sneak Attack. So we're going to go Bard to keep up with her spellcasting for now. Trickery and Stealth, obviously, Perception, and Persuasion, because that's going to eventually help with the Frightening ability of her. Being able to demoralize foes. I think that's what we're going to do. Probably should have points in this instead of Arcana, but we are where we are. Oh, I have one more point. Who is our Arcane? Jethal has a pretty high plus there. I feel like it's a little late to just throw points in now. We're going to throw in a Use Magic Device, so that if we come across a scroll or a wand that we can't use, Lindsay will have a shot at being able to use it at least. Alright, spells. Level 2 spell. We currently have Cure Mod and Heroism. Since Vital seems a little repetitive, I don't really think we need that. We could give her... No, she can't get the Inflict Wounds. I was going to say, we could give her Inflict Wounds, but she can't get it. Glitter Dust is okay, but it does get negated for a large portion of its effect with the save. So I think we're going to hold off on that. Rage wouldn't be a terrible one to get for buffing allies, but I think Jethal is going to get that later. What does Cacophonous Call do? The target's mind with blaring cacophony of discordant sound. Or from the monster. Nauseate condition. Duration spell. Has to fill a save. The only downside. Maybe we grab that just in case. What stuff do? Accomplish Sneaker, Point Blank, Precise. Yeah, I think we just go ahead and give her Cacophonous Call. I don't think we're going to be using that quite as often as Pure Mod and Heroism. We're mostly probably going to be using Pure Mod from the second level spells. I don't think there were any other spells that stood out. No, I don't think so. Sound Burst maybe, but it affects all creatures. And I just don't think... It's only 1d8 points of damage for Sound Burst, so it's not a whole lot. Okay, so I think we're going to go with Cacophonous Call. That gets our levels there. I can't level up anyone else because we're outside the city. Probably won't level up anyone else for a little while. But it is past our usual stop time, so I think we're going to kind of wrap things up there. We've gotten a lot done. We'll finish up exploring this area the next time we come around. If I recall correctly, I think there's a chance that we can find another advisor at this location. We will be playing this again on Thursday, 7 until about 10 or 7:30 until about 10:30. Then, of course, on Saturday, I don't think we have a D&D game this Saturday, but I do believe we have one Sunday. It'll be in the schedule, but we also have the Diablo gaming Sunday evening as well. So feel free to join us. Check out our schedule for any updates there. If you missed any streams for Pathfinder or D&D, then Pathfinder or Diablo, then you can check out our YouTube channel. I don't have any of the D&D sessions uploaded yet, but we do have the 2 video game related sessions uploaded there. Game_crate on YouTube. And until then, everyone have a great evening.